We are going live with an 80th episode of the Councilmen Show, as we're gonna be doing a jump scare tier list. Hope you're ready. And what the? Okay.
Welcome back to the another episode of the Councilman. This will be the start of our special Spooktober episodes. It'll be what in this week and the next 3 weeks we'll have special episodes, I guess. Yeah. Uh so yeah, today will just be the two of us, Albert and Kelvin. Arik is dead in the ditch with Cove somewhere in his room.
He's
Yeah, he
not
got the
actually dead, but he got COVID. So hopefully, have a
yeah, he
speedy
got
recovery.
Cove. Yeah, get well soon, Arik. Teguh is I think he's kidnapped by his parents. So there's that.
Wait,
Um
how many times do I have to say this? It's not kidnap if your parents took you. It's just parenting. There is a
Hey
difference.
man, we gotta make it spooky. It's Spooktober.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so yeah, this time, as usual, we are going to start off with our weekly watches. Yeah, because why not? And then we're directly going to jump into our horror slash non-horror jump scare tier list. So yeah, get ready to get spooked, I suppose.
Boo!
Yeah.
Did you got scared there, Calvin?
No,
No,
no, I
no.
did
Okay,
not.
you saw that coming.
Yeah. How'd you like my jump scare at the
I
beginning?
wasn't. I wasn't expecting that at all. Did I even finish mentioning that we're doing a horror movie tier list, or it just scared me and confused me in the process? I was trying to. I don't do it. I got distracted. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this topic. I'm excited for this month. We are actually rebranding to the Goal Silman, right, Kelvin? That was your idea.
What?
Right?
No, I went with console ghouls.
We are the Council Menace. Menace are
Actually,
scary,
that's
right?
not so bad.
Council Menace. I don't know. I've been trying to think of this, and I couldn't think of anything that works with our name. We picked the wrong name for the podcast. This name doesn't work with horror.
There's a hard name to rhyme.
I think
Oh
it's time for
wait.
us to officially rebrand our channel, our whole podcast.
That is true. All right, yeah. I guess we should get started. I guess. Albert, you want to plug first before we do weekly watchies?
Yes. So before we get started, we'll still do weekly watches and we'll do the horror tier list after that. But before we do all that, don't forget to follow us on our socials at Councilmen Show, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, to make sure that you're updated with all of our live streams, with everything else. Whenever we put we've been putting highlights in those accounts, so go check all of those out. Make sure to follow. And as well, if you're watching on the Jaw Movies YouTube channel. Welcome. If you're watching in the live chat, or if you're at home and just listening to audio, thank you everyone to listen. And don't forget to still subscribe and listen to us everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's the Councilman. You can find that everywhere, pretty much. But yeah, that is the plugs to start off the show. Let's get
All right.
spooky.
Let's get
No,
spooky with the weekly watchies. All right.
no, did I watch something scary? Are we supposed to watch
I,
something scary for the weekly watches?
well, I watched one horror that I didn't really like,
You know
but
what?
yeah,
I,
okay.
I I can I can bring something up. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, weekly watches. As usual, we will talk about what we watched this week, and you guys in the chat also share what you guys watched this week and maybe your thoughts on the movies we watched if you've watched them. Okay, so Albert, you want to start first?
I can start. So the first one that I want to mention is, and this is, I count this as horror. Okay, this is a
Okay.
documentary. This is documentary, so it's different than the usual stuff. It's
All right.
called Class Action Park from 2020. Have you ever
Never heard
heard?
of this.
Have you ever heard of Action Park?
No, no, I have not. What is that? Is that like a theme park?
Sort of. It's not.
What?
It's a water park. And
Oh, okay.
let me describe to you what this water park is. And basically, this dock is just covering the how does the water park come to rise and how what's wrong with it. This basically comes up. What, you're already laughing already? I don't know.
I just realized I just remembered one of the sound bite you added this morning.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll know, you'll know.
okay.
Everyone will know
Uh,
soon enough.
okay, but yeah, basically, I just want to talk about the water park itself because it's insane. This is like the early days of water park where there is people don't really know what a water park is. And you know what? I am going to screen share something, and this is just for the video watchers, so you can check the YouTube again once again, or you can just Google class. You can just Google Action Park. Google Action Park on Google, and the first image you see is the image that I'm showing Kelvin. And Kelvin, let me know if you think this look right. Look at this slide. You're on mute.
Okay. Whoa, what is that? That is not. That is a safety hazard of a slide, of a water slide.
Can you imagine? So if it is the slide is literally, imagine you're
It,
drawing like a loop. It's literally a
yeah,
water slide with a loop, and
it's
you're
a
going like
yeah,
super fast, and then a loop, and then you go out. That is
yeah.
not how physics work.
If you can't imagine it, just imagine a roller coaster with the loop thing, but it's a water slide. So
It's that doesn't work that way because your body will either, if you're too small, you will not have the momentum. If you're too big, you'll be stuck. And that is
yeah.
exactly what happened according to
Oh,
the doc. Lots of
oh
people
no.
got stuck, lots of people got hurt. It's crazy because they really don't know what was going on. The owner of this park is, I forget the name of the guy, but he was a former Wall Street like stock trader kind of person, and he got
Oh,
kicked out because he was too crazy or something, too ambitious. So you know what kind of personality he is. So, and then he decides to do this in New Jersey, and New Jersey becomes kind of famous because of this park, and people go there over in the summer of the 1980s, and this park went crazy, and it's known because of the crazy and like unsafe stuff. There are deaths in this. There are so many people's deaths or injuries. People got injured from the slide. There are people who drown from the wave pool because the wave pool is not only super powerful, it's really, really deep and really, really packed. So people like smack into one another and start drowning, and the lifeguard apparently in the wave pool have to take action every other minute because someone is drowning.
wow.
Um, they have this slide which you literally go out and fall, like this is the height of a basketball ring, 10 feet. So you jump out of the slide and fall 10 feet to the water, which is a big drop. And like there are so many, like there is the big like mountain slide. I don't know what it's called, but like the slide that goes down. Usually that works, and
Yeah.
you usually have a carpet with like a mat with you, and like the slide is like narrow, so you don't move around. The people just slide down on their bare ass. Well, not in their bare ass, their swim trunks. They slide down, but they have nothing to protect them. And the slide is wide, so they just start swinging from side to side. It's insane. There is so many crazy stuff that happened in this park that I was like, how did this even get made? it is
Hey
it is
man. Hey
absolutely it is
man.
absolutely crazy.
They're doing the safety precaution they took is like trial and error.
You wanna know what's funny? Apparently, when they were
What?
testing that first slide, they don't know how to test it, right? And the owner like paid his niece or nephew or something, or just paid a random person. Hey, $50 to go down that slide. And they're like, okay. And then the person just like come out like totally injured. I'm like, ooh, you want to go again? We'll change it. We'll pay you 50 again. We'll change it and try it again. Like that's how crazy it is.
Uh,
And
if you don't know like the possible injury, would you?
No, I wouldn't. It's scary, especially if I see the slide like that. It's scary, and like they apparently don't know what material they have to use. At one point, a
Oh,
lot of
what?
people were coming out
Okay,
of the
that's
slide
shady.
with like scratches in their arms. They have scabs and scratches in their arms, and like, how do you get that kind
Ah,
of scraps from a slide, from a water slide? And apparently, they opened the top of the loop and they saw a bunch of human teeth stuck on it because people use the slide and they hit their teeth into it and the teeth got stuck on the slide, and so other people when they go to the
oh,
slide they go to the teeth. It's horrifying. It's awful.
what? That's
It's,
oh, that is insane.
and I think this water park still exists today. It's not the same as it is like in the 80s,
Yeah,
but it still
of
exists
course.
today.
If
Never mind.
that thing still
It
exists,
was closed in 2016. My bad.
but it's still open until recently, I guess.
Yeah,
Damn. Okay.
but it's like, well, and they got like lawsuits, but they either always pay the lawsuit or they win the lawsuit because the person is like the owner, like knows good lawyers and everything like that. So it's insane. Like so many crazy. Someone almost got decapitated because they have a jet ski, and then not jet ski, motorboat, and at one point a motorboat jumped over another motorboat and hit a person in the head, and that guy almost got decapitated,
Why
and
is
that
there a
is
motorboat in the
horrifying
water park?
because they have a water park and they also have like a motorboat racing section. Imagine like a go-kart area but with motorboats and unsupervised.
All right. This
The
is
employees
the.
are all teenagers and horny and they are unsupervised. They don't give a shit. It is crazy stuff. There are eels in the water apparently at some point, and some person got electrocuted. I don't know if because of the eel or some motorized vehicle. Um, yeah,
It can't
it's
be because of
insane.
the eel.
They also have ski lifts, like a lodge, like a lounge kind of thing. I don't know if you know what it is, but it's like they have the thing on the
Yeah.
side. You see in the picture, they bring that right thing to the very top and they ride it down. The thing is that thing is not really attached, so a lot of times that thing the vehicle just falls down off the ski lift and almost hit people downstairs below. So yeah, this park is the definition of a horror story. It's horrifying. I recommend still checking out the doc if you're curious, or just Google videos of it because it's
I'll,
insane.
I'll probably watch like YouTube videos on this. No, I'm intrigued. What is this park,
Yeah, they
man?
have they have a. They, I'm sure you're familiar with the Funkland. They also did a pretty good one on this. So yeah, it's crazy. I would never. I don't know. Maybe if I'm in my, I don't even think if I'm in my when I'm back in my teens, my 5 years ago. Well, I guess my teens like 3 years, 4 years ago. But if I'm in my teens, I don't think I would be daring enough to go there if I heard all the horror stories anyway. I don't know about you.
If I if I heard all the horror stories, I wouldn't want to go either. More so that my parents would be like, no, you can't go there.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's something. That's something.
Yeah, it is horrifying.
Water parks are fun though.
Water parks
Not
can be fun.
can be fun, I guess. Yeah. So
Overcrowded water parks are not fun.
luckily, I have never been to a overcrowded water park yet.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Every time I go when I was younger, it's always like on the weekdays, I think. So there's not much people.
You skip
Cause yeah,
school? Wow.
yeah. That's why I don't skip school in high school. Yeah, all my quota is like gone from kindergarten days and elementary.
Oh my god. That's fair.
All right.
Water parks can be
Uh,
fun.
class action park with a class
Three.
action lawsuit.
The I gave the doc 3.5 stars. The park itself is more intriguing than how the doc makes it out to be, but the doc did a pretty good job on it. So yeah.
All right, all right, all right. That's cool. All right. I guess I'll jump into to me. I watch. Wait, let me bring up the draft real quick because the movie I watch is in Teguh's draft. Is it showing up yet? Is it show? Okay, yeah. I watched Teguh's fourth pick, The Northman. Yeah. It's pretty good. I liked it. Have you watched Northman, Bert?
I have watched the Northman. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, honestly, the Northman's really good. I really like it. The whole let me bring up the cast real quick. Anya Taylor-Joy is great in that. Yeah. She do, she doesn't really do much, I guess. Sadly. But yeah, Alexander Skarsgård is oh my god, I didn't know he had such a body like that, honestly. Like damn, he's a strong man. What happened? Oh no. What happened
Robbie
to
and
Albert?
Alexander's. What just happened?
I don't know. Oh,
Whoa.
spooky stuff's happening in the stream.
I was I was saying that how have you never seen the Legend of Tarzan with Margot Robbie and Alexander
I have not.
Skarsgård? He was
I have
ripped
not.
as hell.
Is he even more ripped than he is in the Northman, or is it the same?
I don't remember. I do not remember. It's been a while since I saw the Legend of Tarzan.
All right, yeah. But yeah, basically, yeah, Alexander Skarsgård and Anya Taylor-Joy is great. Um, the action scenes was really cool. It's really gory, kind of like yeah, I mean like the every time they swing the sword and everything is all like I think it's choreographed really well. I think they have like a few like one take kind of thing for the action, like when what's his name again? Al
Which one?
Amlet. Amlet kind of when he wanted to help Anya Taylor-Joy's character Olga to escape, and he just came out of nowhere and just like challenge Fjol what's his name? Fjolnir? Yeah, the
Don't
slave owner
remember.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean their names are hard to remember, honestly.
that's fair.
But yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. Basically the action scenes were shot really well. Cinematography is good. I like quite the teams, not the theme song, I guess. Well, I guess kind of like this OST official soundtrack they use. That's pretty good.
Hmm?
Uh, yeah, pretty much this movie is just very well made. All the actors are great. Nicole Kidman is in there. She's a she's a biatch. Her character, my God, it was not a comfy scene when I watched them
Oh yeah,
um exchange lips. That
exchange
was
lips. Um,
that was a weird scene in the context of the movie when yeah when you know it when you watch it. It was really weird. You can agree to that, right, Albert?
yeah, it's pretty weird. I think it's weird that you describe it as exchange lips, but it is still pretty weird.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, and then like the whole thing is just like very yeah very violent. It was violent. The scenes, I guess. Yeah, pretty much that. I gave it
Sure.
a very nice 4.5 stars. I really liked Northman. Yeah,
Sure. I gave it less than you. I think I gave it 3.5. The
let me
film
check.
I didn't love the film. I think out of the Robert Eggers directed film, I like the Vivitch or the Witch better
Which mhm.
still.
Yeah,
But this one is
the
probably
Witch is really
second
good.
because I didn't like the Lobster. So yeah,
The Lobster.
yeah, that's his other film that he did from
Oh oh oh
2019.
oh!
That's
I
oh, it,
thought you
no,
meant like
not the Lobster. Sorry, the Lighthouse. My bad. The Lighthouse.
the
Um,
the lobster. I was so confused. I thought you meant there was like a lobster scene in the Northman. I was like, what? There's no lobster
no,
in the
no, no.
Northman.
No, I'm talking about Robert Eggers' other film, The Lighthouse. There is because yeah, that one stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and I didn't like it, but a lot of people did. So yeah,
I haven't watched Lighthouse. I've been meaning to though. But yeah.
fair.
Uh, but pretty much. How much did I give to Vivitch? How much did I give it? Oh, I gave
Vivitch.
The Witch a 3 star. So
Oh,
apparently
did
I
you hate that
like the
film?
Northman better. What is it?
That's fair. I understand. I mean, there are more action in the Northman and more story to it.
Yeah, there's more story to it. The Vivitch is like yeah, it's all good, but it's creepy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one better, the Northman. It's really cool. Yeah. All right. I guess on to you again, Albert.
Oh, okay. Um, Let's see.
Okay.
What film should we do? You know what?
How many do you
Okay, I'm
watch?
gonna. I didn't watch that much as a thing. So okay, let's talk about this. There's a werewolf film. There's a werewolf special that came out, which we will talk about separately. Werewolf by Night by Marvel. We both watch it. We're just gonna tease it here. We will do a separate review for it, so go look out for that. But I did watch another werewolf movie this past week. It is based
Oh,
on a video game, I believe, and it's called I almost say Werewolf by Night. Werewolf Within from 2021. Um,
okay.
it is directed by Josh Rubin. It stars Sam Richardson and Milana Vaintroop. I don't know if you're familiar with them. If you're in the
Nope.
US, you will know Milana Vaintroop as the AT&T girl. She's the girl in all the AT&T ads. I didn't realize it until you know the
Oh,
AT&T
I
girl.
know her. Yeah,
Oh,
because I
wait,
I, I illegally stream the NBA, and sometimes I get the US ads, and I keep seeing her.
that's fair. Okay,
Okay, go on, go on.
um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. It's a fun time. It's not that scary at all. The werewolf scenes. If you're looking for a horror movie, this is not it, because this is more comedy. The werewolf scenes are not that scary, but it's more like because the main dude, played by Sam Richardson, Finn Wheeler, he is like this new sheriff in town. And then the town is like a really goofy, weird town. Like every single person who lived there seems suspicious, and they're like weird, and they have a backstory, and they all have like um they like to fight with each other, like conversely against every other people in the city. And so it's a funny comedy in that sense of seeing all the different casts of characters, like this goofy, wacky people living in this town, and this guy just trying to like, I just moved here, man. I don't know what to do. And then there's a mystery of like, oh, there's a werewolf, maybe question mark. And of course, it is a werewolf because it's in the title. But yeah, that's like that mystery, and then they figure out who the werewolf is. So it's literally like the werewolf game. So yeah, life.
I don't like
This is
the
the
werewolf game.
you like Among Us.
No, I did not. I've never played Among Us. I've never
What?
played Among Us, Albert. I've never downloaded the game at all. I know, actually I did before it got famous. But then it was really buggy. Okay, go on, Bert.
But you know, I mean, that's it really. It's a fun time. Again, just for the cast of characters alone, and those two leads are really good. 3.5 star for me.
Oh, really high.
Wait, what? Why
That's
don't you
higher
why
than I
don't
thought.
you like why don't you like the werewolf game?
I don't know. It's not that I hate it. I just really suck at it.
You cannot bluff.
I can bluff pretty well, but I'm really bad at guessing who the werewolf is.
Oh,
So every time I'm like, was it the one that's supposed to kill the werewolf? I always kill the wrong person.
oh my god.
So far, I'm like, I've yet to win as the if I'm the person to kill the werewolf.
My favorite memory of the werewolf game, and this is not exactly the werewolf game, but like a variation of it. And then there is like two people who is like the werewolf slash killer.
Okay.
And I am one of the killers, I believe, or maybe I'm not. I don't remember. But basically, um, when because there's a narrator, there's always a narrator, right, or the host, and they're like, "All right, so we just assign the roles. So the werewolves, open your eyes, raise your hands, look around, and see who is the other werewolves. And so you're good. You guys know who the other werewolves is." And then that person replied, "Yes." And we're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, wait, I was there. I think wasn't this in high school?
No, this is with my cousins. But if it is in high school, that means it happened again already in high
I
school.
think I
It
think
happened
some
twice.
I think at one point in high school something like that happened as well.
So yeah, we had to reset the game because the person's like, "Yes, I know." And I'm like, "What? You're not supposed to say anything." So yeah.
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. All right. All right. I guess we'll jump back to me for
Yeah.
and my last one. I watched a 2001 movie, very old. It's titled.
2001 is not that old. You're older than that.
Well, it's kind of old. It's like 20 years over.
Fair.
Yeah. Oh my God. 2001, 20 years ago. Damn.
Over technically over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah. I watched a Japanese movie titled Cairo. Uh, the English title is Pulse, but there's a 2006 remake of it. It's really bad. But yeah. So I watched the 2001 Pulse or Cairo. Here's the thing, all right? The only reason I watched this because I saw a YouTube title saying this movie got one of the best scariest scene, one of the scariest scene ever, kind of thing. So I was intrigued as I watched it,
Was it scary?
as I read the title. So I didn't watch the video. I watched the movie to experience it first, and then after the finishing the movie, I was like, what? Where is where's the scary scenes? I don't get it. I watched the video and then I'm like, yeah, the basically the scenes that I'm talking about is the scene in the tier list that I mentioned. So you already saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It was not scary at all. It's really just a freaking ghost walking and then tripping and then peeking over a
Wait,
sofa.
dripping?
Oh, tripping.
Oh, it goes dripping. I'm like, what?
Oh, she
That's
might be wet as well. I don't know. It's a ghost.
pretty scary.
I don't know. I watched it. I'm like, how is this a scary scene? I don't get it. Honestly, the whole movie, it's rated pretty good. It averaged at like 4 stars in Letterboxd, but I honestly don't like it at all. It's 2 hours long. What's the name? The dialogue is just pretty okay. There's not much soundtrack to it. I guess when the scary scene happens, there's a bit of it. The color, I don't, the choice of color for the movie is just so bland. I don't like it. And yeah, yeah, no, I just don't like the movie. I gave Cairo or Pulse a measly 1.5
What?
star. A measly
Measly.
1.5 star. Yeah,
Okay, that's not good at all. Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
weird. If it's where did you find this list?
It's on the list. I just saw a YouTube video. The thing is, I saw the YouTube video, but I forgot the creator. But yeah, basically saying
Okay.
Cairo, one of the scariest scenes ever. The thing is, I thought it was just him, right? That video was made 2 years ago, so it's fairly recent. Then I read,
Hmm.
then after seeing that, I'm like, what? How is that scary? I went to like other places. I looked it up, and yeah, people did say, "Oh my God, that scene is so scary. I can't sleep for days," something like that. And those comments are like recent, like last year, not like from 2005 or something. Those are like recent comments. I'm like, I don't get it. How is that scary? It's not. Yeah,
Right.
honestly, if you guys don't know the scene, just Google it, like Cairo scariest scene. It will come out. Yeah, it's really not that scary. I don't get it.
So
Yeah,
1.5.
1.5 for Cairo. Yep. I
That
guess
makes
that's
sense.
about it, right? For
Oh, it's
yeah,
titled Pulse. It's titled Pulse in English. Yeah.
yeah. Albert, that you wrote Cario.
it's it's Mario's
The
Mario's best friend.
Cario. No, this is just Mario's what's his name? Um car guy, for Mario Kart.
Car- well, so Mario's a mechanic. This is the and Mario is a plumber. This is the mechanic version. Cario.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fair.
All right, yeah. I guess that's pretty much it for weekly watchies. We watch good stuff today, except for one movie that I
Yep.
didn't like. But yeah. All right.
It's funny how
So,
the scariest thing that we talk about werewolf, we talk about ghosts. The scariest thing is a water park.
hey man, reality hits hard. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. Yep.
Reality hits hard. So yeah, I guess that's about it for weekly watchies. Yeah, I'll compile everything, put it on Instagram, just for the heck of it. So yeah, all right. So now
Yep.
let's move on to the main dish of this spooky episode, the jump scare tier list. I don't have a banner for that yet.
But yeah,
We don't need a
we'll
banner for that.
we'll be
We are
doing.
doing.
We'll be. Go ahead.
Okay, go on, Bert. Okay, okay. We'll be doing. Now we'll start with our horror slash non-horror jump scare tier list now. Um, we have compiled a massive list of how much is this? About 45 horror movies and 20 non-horror movies with jump scares. And yeah, we have put it in the tier list maker. And now I guess with the help of you guys, we are going to um rate this movie. Rate the scenes, I mean. Rate the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is obviously a very smart idea for us to be an audio podcast to be doing a review of a specifically visual medium. So it's a I don't think this has ever been done before. We are trailblazers in this. Uh,
Hey man. Gotta be
so
pioneers at something.
yeah. Yeah, but we'll see how this goes. We'll be trying to describe each of the scenes as best as we can, like audio wise, so that audio listeners can just try to get it. Like, oh yeah, I can picture why that
I'd,
is like eight or something like that. So yeah.
I'd like to remind everyone that English is our second language, so so we might not be able to describe it well.
That's fair. But yeah, let me just screen share then, and we'll start
All
with
right,
this.
all right, yeah. In the chat, chime in. Tell us if you agree or not. All right, so did you share screen the tier list already?
I did. Are you not able to see it?
Oh, I can see it now. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I guess we should get started now. Let's start with horror first. All right. Yeah, we are going to alternate between horror and non-horror, so it's not too similar, I guess. All right, so let's start with the first movie that we're going to put the where's the banner actually? From Insidious, the lipstick demon behind Josh. Yeah, that's the scene when lipstick demon appears behind Josh in the dining room table. So, Albert, what you think?
I mean, if you Google jump scare, this is the first thing that come out on Google Image. I'm pretty sure it's really iconic, pretty scary scene. It's easily one of the most iconic jump scare because it's so well done. Like just the tension and like the reaction to it, and it's like so subtle yet so scary. Um, I remember watching Insidious once a while back, and I decided for some reason to watch it on the treadmill. And I knew the scene was coming, but I still kept going, and that scene scared the shit out of me still. And I almost like trip on the treadmill. So that's a bad idea. Don't watch horror movie on the treadmill. You might die, and it's become a real horror movie there. But yeah, no, this should I be explaining this? So the scene is basically um, the Josh's mom was talking to Josh in the dining table, I believe, right? And then she looks to the side, and then the rat demon just appears behind Josh, like opening its mouth, like raw. I'm not doing it justice. This sounds really lame. I thought it's really good, but it's a really scary scene, especially because the demon also looks pretty scary. But yeah,
Yeah, I definitely agree. Lipstick Demon. This scene in Insidious should be somewhere up in the S or A tier for me. Um, yeah, like I'll tell a bit of a story. You have the story in the treadmill. For my Insidious story is that this is my first horror movie back to the horror genre. Back in, was it high school when it came out? And yeah, like I've been like avoiding horror for like the longest time, and like when Insidious came out, people say it was really scary. I was really intrigued, so I watched it alone at like 11 p.m. at night. I slept in my
Mhm.
parents' room for like 3 days after that because of this demon, because of
Yeah.
this scene specifically. Yeah. Uh.
Because not only the main jump scare, but the scene leading up to it. As I'm looking up the clip right now, the mom was like describing her dream, I believe, or like a memory that she had, and she was describing the demon in her dream being in the room, and then like when she turned around, the demon's right there. So that's why
Yep.
it makes it like even more tense that
It,
way.
it, it- it's really good. This whole scene is really good. I think so. Albert, S or A for you? For me,
This
it's a definite S tier for me.
this is an S tier.
S
There
tier,
is
yeah.
there is the letter S in the word insidious, two S specifically, so it has to be
All
there.
right, sure. The chat seems to agree as well. It is S tier. Yeah, I mean, like Albert said, when you type in jump scare, this thing is gonna come out. This scene is that iconic.
It literally is, yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now that's an easy one. Let's move on to the next one here. We have from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the second movie. The scene when the chainsaw guy just burst out of the doorway. I haven't watched it,
Leatherface.
so Leatherface. Yeah, that's the dude.
That's the scene. Okay, I was looking for the scene. Is there?
So basically, what's happening in the scene is what's the girl's name?
I have no idea what the girl's name. I've never seen this film.
I've never seen the film either.
We
Basically, a
just saw
girl.
a lot of these we've never actually seen the film, and we ruined the film for us by watching specifically the jump scares.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
basically in this scene, the girl is like talking to this creepy guy. They were saying like good night a bunch of time. They're just repeating each other, good night, good night, good night, good night. And then and then like he asked for like, oh, how about my favor? And then out of nowhere, Leatherface just like kicked the door open, and then it's like chainsaw and chase the girl around. I'm like, that was scary. Not gonna lie, because I know it was coming from a door because I saw the name, the
yeah,
title
the
of it,
title of the video.
but I didn't know how it was gonna come out. And even knowing Leatherface was gonna come out from the door, it still shook me for that one. How about you, Bert?
Yeah, I think the use of the sound, similar like Insidious, but the use of the sound plus the chainsaw sound, like "Drrrng," like it's like a big jump scare moment. Plus, it's
Hmm.
out of nowhere and really fast. It's just because he just like runs at him. It was like dark and he just
Oh yeah,
runs at him.
yeah.
So that's like a jump scare. Like some horror movie builds up tension by walking slowly, and that can be scary too. But
Hmm.
when they just start running, that's when you're like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, that's
So
that's when it gets real.
yeah. So yeah, that is the Texas Chainsaw one. I think this one is pretty solid.
This is pretty
Pretty
solid. This is
pretty
an S
pretty
tier.
scary.
This I think is an S tier. Yeah, like even not knowing the whole movie fully, only watching the scene, it was still tense to me. So I think that's a good sign. I'll put this
Yeah,
at S tier. Yeah,
I I think I'm
or
fine.
A.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think S
Really?
tier is pretty good. Yeah.
S tier. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. S tier. Oh, we got two S tiers directly.
To start
All
it
right.
off,
Starting off strong. I honestly the first 10 year, I think it will start strong. Yeah.
maybe maybe no.
Because the first 10 are like the movies that we directly thought of when you think of jump scares. So we know it's
Yeah,
gonna be good.
that's fair.
All right, next one, the third horror movie, Conjuring, the height and clap scene. Everyone knows this as well, I think. Uh,
Yeah, it's an
so
iconic
yeah,
scene.
basically, the scene is when the mom is playing hide and clap with the daughter, and then she fell down the into the basement, got locked inside, and she was fumbling to open to light the was it matchstick, and
Hmm.
then like there's a whisper, right? Let's play hide and clap or something, and the mom is like looking around, and just from the left side of her, just like a hand appear and just clap. Yeah,
It
is
claps
it
twice,
twice?
right?
Was it
I think
twice?
it's.
I
I
don't
think so.
remember. Yeah, I think twice maybe. Like, oh man, that's a scary scene. That's a definite S tier like jump scare for that one. It's such an easy, a simple one. It's a goddamn clap. It's just a It's
Yeah.
just clapping sounds, but in the context of it, it's so damn scary. Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
agree on this, Albert?
Yeah, it's definitely scary. I don't know if it's like it's a shocking scare, but it's not like super like scarring you kind of scare. Like I think the
Oh
Insidious
yeah,
one is it's like a factor of like,
scarier.
yeah, and this one's sort of like, oh wow, oh yeah, that is scary.
Oh,
Like
oh,
there's
that
like a
was out
different,
of yeah, that
yeah.
was out of nowhere.
But yeah, like you said, I was talking about this the other day. It's like, imagine James Wan pitching this. All right, so she's lighting the matchstick, and then someone claps, and then that's gonna be the scary moment. And we were like, someone
Oh,
claps.
someone,
Okay.
someone claps? Like how? Like
Yeah.
yeah, like if you describe it that way, it sounds dumb. But yeah, uh,
You know what I was just thinking because we were just talking about how many claps that was. You know how in the Friends theme song there's the claps, the 5 time clap. Imagine if you're watching Friends and then suddenly you hear 5 claps randomly out of nowhere, and you'll be like,
whoa.
"What the fuck?" There's like 5 claps. Like, shit! I get out, get out. But yeah.
They should. Someone should make an edit of like the hide and clap one, and just like, I don't know,
So
put it
no
with the
one
Friends theme
told you
song.
life was gonna be
Gonna
this
be this
way.
way, and then like go to this scene.
Oh my god. That'll be
They
great.
should make a Conjuring edit to the song.
Yeah.
All right. I guess yeah. S tier. I think this is high up there as well. I like this one more than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one.
In terms of scare, I'm leaning towards an A. In terms of creativity, it's definitely an S.
Ooh. I don't
So,
know.
I mean, you said S, and I am like one or the other. So we can go with S.
I think we can go high A. I guess we can go high A.
Sure?
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I think there are
Okay.
better scenes that can be better than that. Right now we are just in the top three, so we're just getting started. So right now everything's the best to me.
And we can rearrange this at the end of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, people. I don't think the chat seems to agree. Yo, this is
No.
S tier. We might rearrange it later on. All right. So now let's move on first to the next one. We have from the movie Candyman, the scene from the cabinet. Albert, would you describe the scenes you've watched this?
Yeah, so this is the main female character. I forget her name. But she was exploring the Cabrini greenhouse where the rumored legend Candyman is, and she's like exploring, trying to see like clues about the urban myth. And then she was in the bathroom, and as she was like opening the bathroom cabinet and something like that, just the Candyman just like comes out with her hook first because he have a hook hand, comes out and like sort of lunges at her, not lunges like the exercise lunge. I mean, like she just like
I don't
like
think anyone. I don't think anyone was thinking of the exercise lunch, Albert.
Can't even just started lunging like, "Hello, I'm exercising." He doesn't sound like that, but yeah, no. He just like launches at her, just like jump hand first, hook first, and just it's a surprising moment because yeah, you don't really, especially in the context of the whole film, you don't really see Candyman that much up until that point. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah. When I watched it, I was shocked when the hook comes out. Honestly, I don't really know too much about Candyman, so that scene was scary. But I don't think it's S tier level. I think this is more of a.
No.
I'm leaning towards A or B for this one, honestly. Yeah. I.
I
How about you, Bert? You've watched the movie, right? I haven't watched the
I
movie, so.
have. See, the thing is, I have watched it, and I
Mhm.
did not think about it when we first thought of this list. Like, I had to look up some list which have Candyman. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's it. So it's not that memorable for me. And I watched it like quite recently because I watched it last year for Candyman because that was in my
Mhm.
draft list. Um, so I'm leaning towards a B.
Oh,
And
okay.
because just to like spread it out, I guess I feel like there's some other stuff you might have as an A, so I'm giving this a B, unless you feel differently about it, of course.
I'm okay with B. I'm okay with B.
So
Yeah.
so do we want to put this in B?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So Candyman from the cabinet scene. That's a B tier jump scare. Ew. No, not ew. Actually, it's just okay. All right. Now moving on to the next movie. Here we have to the next scene from the movie It Follows. The tall man scene. Uh, that's the best way I can describe it. How would you describe the scene, Bert?
So I think the scene have to be sort of explained in the context of the movie as well. If you don't know what It Follows is, it's basically um, there is a spiritual, it's not spiritual, a paranormal deity, I guess, paranormal like being which sort of follows you around. So if you have if you sleep if you have sex with someone who was last followed by this being, then you are the next victim of that being. So the film follows this girl who's like being followed around by this paranormal being, and she doesn't want to pass it on because she doesn't want to like hurt any of her friends or anything like that. So one of the scariest scene is the tall man scene when she's just like I believe she's in her room or in her friend's room, and she's just like crouching. She's like tired. She's scared after being chased by all the different beings. And like her friend knocks on the door, and then it's like, are you with anyone? No, there's no one here. There's no one here. And then the friend comes in, and then suddenly behind her friend is like a super super tall dude just like walking in very slowly, and it's horrifyingly scary.
But no one
Um,
else can see it except her, right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I think it's just the sheer size of the guy makes it scarier. Because if it's like a regular person, it's not that scary. If it's like a short king, it's probably not as scary as well. But because it's a tall dude, it's like pretty scary.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's really creepy when I watch it. Yeah, the tall, especially the tall guy, kinda. I don't sound mean, but he kinda looked like Frankenstein. He got kind of like a box head.
Okay, fair. And there's also like something wrong with his eyes too. I never really know. I think his eyes is like sort of like cut out or
Droopy?
something. Like
Is it cut out?
I always thought that he doesn't have an eye.
What? Nah, he definitely has an eye, right?
Or he got punched in the eye because it's like red, like his around his eyes, like um, it's like sort of like there's a marking, no, or is that a
R-
shadow? I cannot tell.
I think it's just a shadow, Albert.
Maybe it's just a shadow. I don't know. Regardless, it's still a scary moment.
Okay, okay. I'm looking at the picture again. It's just black. The
It's
eye
look
part is just black.
it looks like a double Zuko. You know Zuko from the Avatar Legend of Aang, Last Airbender. He got burned in one eye. This guy got burned in both eyes. It looks like it. It's like red on both sides.
I don't think a double Zuko is
Owen's
the
dying.
best. I don't think that's the best comparison to it.
Okay.
uh, but yeah, you know what?
I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I,
for,
I
for,
stand I stand by it. I think it's a double Zuko.
I can't describe it any better, so let's go with double Zuko. Yeah. We got a double Zuko on our hand. Yeah, I think there's an 8 tier jump scare. I think there's an
A
8
tier.
tier. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's an 8 tier.
Uh,
Would you agree with that, Vern? Yeah. I like it's scary, but it doesn't. I it doesn't make me like it won't it didn't give me a heart attack. You know.
yeah, I'm trying to separate this from the rest of the film, just putting in context of just this scene.
Hmm.
Because like again, the idea of this movie is scary as hell.
You need. I
But
mean,
like
like you
this
need to know
particular
the
scene.
context of the movie as well. To Yeah. I feel like we
Right,
still
but
we
sort of
still need to take in the context of the movie.
Right, but since we're doing like I'm thinking since we're doing it like just
Scenes only,
specifically
yeah.
scenes, I'm trying to take it out a little bit. And maybe I think you might be right with the A because like it is a shock factor,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't like and maybe this is rough because I'm comparing it to the Insidious. It's not to the same level as the Insidious jump scare, you know?
Basically, like S tier, it gotta give me heart attack. Yeah, that's what it takes to be an S tier. Yeah, this one is just
That's
kind of like,
yeah, you know what? Yeah,
whoa,
this is on the
all right, Aaron.
that's fair.
Yeah,
If that's fair, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
A tier. There you go. Yeah, all right. So now let's move on to the next one. We have, I don't know, I title it like this, from the movie The Thing, the 1986 one. Nom nom, the nom nom scene. uh, it's basically when I think the guy was like dying or something. They put him on a table. They're trying to use the, how do you say the word? The feel.
Defibrillator. I can
Yeah,
never say that word.
the
Defibrill. We're not allowed to move on from the podcast until we figure out how to pronounce this. Defibrillate.
defibrillator.
No,
The
that doesn't sound right. Can we Google or no?
defibrillator. I don't even know how to write it down. Oh, I wrote it down correctly. Damn. Okay. Um,
Ooh.
pronunciation.
You gotta get this right. This is important. This is from the thing, the original the thing.
Def. uh, Wait.
Yes.
Defibrillator.
There is no way it's called Defy. What?
Hey, let me put it in the private chat real quick for you to read. This is from Google. This is the American pronunciation. Yeah. Defy.
Defibrillator. That's Defay.
No, the AI say it as defibrillator.
FAI is Fay.
No, she said it defy.
Okay, fine. Defibrillator. Okay. I don't know, man.
There you go. We can move
If
on now.
if
Yeah,
if
you're
there is
trying
if
to
there is
do
a spelling if there is a spelling bee and that word comes up, I just forfeit, dude. I like that's like my kryptonite. The amount the amount of times I do competitive movie trivia. The amount of times of question that comes up regarding this, I like have a panic attack. Like one of the sequences, like how in Mission Impossible 3, how did they defuse the bomb that's inside the head? It's using a defibrillator. Like I know what it is, but I'm writing it down and I'm like, fuck. How do you spell this? How do I say this? Like PTSD, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure you can find one of you can. I don't know what match that is, but you can probably find it, and you can see like the panic in my face. Like I know the answer, I just don't know how to convey the message. But yeah,
So yeah, basically the scene the guy was like dying. They used the, as Google say it, defibrillator, to shock him back, and then as he's about to put it on his chest, the whole chest and stomach opens up and like chomps his hand, like eats his hand off, and then that turns into the thing, the monster thing. It was, it's a scary scene. It's quite scary. Um, it's quite scary. It's shock value, but it's just, but more or less, it's not really a scary scene to me. It's kind of more of a cool scene than a scary scene. Yeah. What do
yeah,
you
that's
think,
fair.
Fern?
Um, yeah, no, I think I it's visually cool because of the puppetry that they did for this,
Hmm.
the practical effects. But yeah, I agree with you. It's not like super like boo in your face kind of scary, you know?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, whoa, and then, oh, that thing's into the monster thing. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not heart attack inducing. I want to give this into the C tier for this actually. Yeah,
C tier?
C tier. Yeah, because again, it didn't make my heart pound. No, not at all. It's just kind of like, whoa, okay, yeah. This is less heart pounding than the Candyman one.
That's fair. I'm gonna put. I agree with you. I'll put that in the C tier as well. You know, we can do
C
that.
tier. All right, there you go.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. So
Thanks.
all right. So now let's move on to the next one here from The Thing. Goes into what year is this movie? Carrie. The not the Chloe Grace Moretz one.
1970, 72.
1970s Carrie.
Yeah.
The yeah. I think there's only one movie, right? Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I
the
mean,
scene.
the Carrie and the 2013 one, but yeah, this is the
Oh,
original.
okay. Yeah, the original one. So yeah, basically the ending scene when she's back from the graveyard from the grave. Um, I don't know the scene. All I know is that that girl's like putting some flowers on the graveyard, and then Carrie's hand comes out and just kind of like pulls her down, and apparently it's a dream. Is that what happened, Albert?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like at the end of the film, they go to the grave, and turns out it's like, boom, their hand reached out and grabbed the person.
Yeah, Carrie's still alive. Whoa. Ah, there's a beat here. This is it's pretty basic, honestly. It is shocking, yeah, quite shocking. But I think they hold the shot for too long. The whole her whole thing like screaming in panic, like after
Oh,
she
is it?
wakes up.
I gotta revisit it. I might actually be able to, but no, yeah, I don't remember. Is it that long?
It's longer than I like it to be.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair. It's
it's
not.
longer than
It's not the scariest. It's
it's
surprising,
not
but it's
scary
not
though.
scary. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm it's either B or C for this one for me. Like I want if I want to be nice, I'll put in a B. If not, I'll give it a C. Wait, do we have a D tier?
We do have a D tier. We do have a D and
Oh,
an
okay.
F here.
Oh, D and F. Okay. Uh, I think this is surprising
C.
enough. So C at least. C at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put that at C. Where the hell is that? There you go. This one.
There you go.
That's our first C. Carry. C for
For
carry.
C. C for carry. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Uh. All right. So now let's move on to the next one. Again, we have from Friday the. Oh, I typed the wrong
Friday the
date.
14th.
I typed in Friday the 14th. Let me change that real quick. 13th.
Yeah, but this is the ending jump scare that they repeat in every of the other Friday the 13th film. But at the end of the film, they thought that the final girl, I believe the name is Alice, she survives the whole night, the whole camp, the whole massacre, and she's just in a boat, just trying to escape. And then as she wakes up, then suddenly the corpse of Jason just comes out of the lake and just jump and grabs her into the lake. And obviously at the end of it, it turns out it's like sort of a dream sequence. But yeah, still. Is that the dream sequence, or am I mixing this up with another Friday the 13th film?
I don't think that's a dream sequence. Sequence.
Let me look up the scene. But yeah, that is the
Uh,
scene that I'm describing. Calf, thoughts on this one?
uh, um, it's a good scene, I guess.
Oh, it is a dream sequence because yeah, because
Oh, it is.
after she got taken down, she's in the hospital. She was like sort of imagining it.
Oh, I thought after she got attacked, then the cops save her and bring her to the hospital. I thought that's what happened.
I think she. No, I'm pretty sure it's sort of unclear, but the way how I interpret it, it's like she sort of like she got a nightmare of that thing, and then she wakes up in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Um,
Like the cops find her in the boat, they got her to the hospital, but in her dream she got taken down by Jason in the boat.
okay, okay. Um, Jason itself in that one, he looks like a corpse. It's pretty scary. So this at least, um, this at least a this is a B for me. This is a B. Is it iconic? I guess so. It's Jason, I guess, but it's the scene. I don't think it's that scary. I don't think it's that scary of a jump scare. How about you?
I'm almost leaning towards a C maybe.
A C?
Because
Oh, okay.
the first time around, yeah, sure, I guess it's like, but it you gotta give some respect because it's like sort of now it becomes like iconic jump scare for the Jason franchise, but then
Mm,
it becomes overplayed at the same time, and so that's over time that scene just doesn't work anymore.
Mm.
So I'm sort of blaming it for that. But yeah, I kind of want to do it at sea.
See, you know what? I don't mind putting it at sea. I didn't really like the jump scare either. It's kind of very basic, honestly. You know, yeah, it's just kind of basic. Yeah. So
Okay,
put it as
so
a
we'll,
C.
we'll, we'll do C for Friday the
C
13th.
for Friday the 13th, indeed. Okay, now moving on to the next one, we have. I think there's a Spanish movie, right? Or
I don't know which one. What is this?
Rec, Rec, REC.
Yes, I believe it's a found footage. It is Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, the scene we're talking about is boy chilling in attic. How would you describe the scene, Albert? Uh,
I don't exactly know how to describe this. Well, it's they're just like looking around in the attic, and then like at one point they pan, and then the guy, not the guy, the young kid is just there, like just hissing like a cat. Am I wrong?
I mean, he did his. Yes, yeah, that happened.
Like I'm watching the scene right now, and it's scary as fuck. Because
It
they're
is,
like
it is.
they're just it's found footage, so they're like looking around slowly, seeing what's in the room, and it's there's a boy that's just like meow. It doesn't say meow, but it's
It
like
doesn't say meow, Albert.
ah! So it's like
Don't.
because he scratched the camera, so he's
But
acting like a cat,
yeah, yeah.
but he doesn't hiss like one. He doesn't say meow.
Uh,
So
did that scene. I watched it just now. It's very like quick, short scene. It's a good jump scare. It's a good jump scare. I'll put this as an A. I'll put this as an A.
I sort of wanna.
Put it as
Uh,
S. You don't put it at.
I'm yeah. I'm looking at the rest of the list.
I mean, we can rearrange it later on.
Yeah, okay. I think A is good because this one pretty scared me. I
This one
found
scared me.
footage. Found footage like gives me like scary vibes because like you never know. You cannot look. I think the sense of like what's the word for it? Like tunnel vision.
First,
It gives you like a tunnel vision, and it scares me of not knowing what's around you.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, okay. A is fine with me.
Ace fine with you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there you go. That's from Rack. Now to the next one we have the movie where Samuel L. Jackson still have hair. Deep Blue Sea. The shark chomp scene.
Well, he has hair. He
uh
has hair in Pulp Fiction.
yeah, I know. That's why he still had hair during this time. Yeah. So yeah, basically in this scene, Samuel L. Jackson's giving a pep talk. I think that's what's happening. He's like giving a pep
Hmm.
talk to the team. Yeah, we gotta kill this shark before it kills more people. And then like out of nowhere, the shark just comes out from behind him because he was standing next to a body of water, which is pretty dumb.
I believe this is
Eh,
like indoors, and like Sam Jackson's giving like like you said, like a pep talk, like speech of just like
yeah.
I don't exactly remember what he was saying, but he was like, "We
I've
gotta."
had it with this mother effing sharks in this mother effing sea. No, he did
Yeah.
not say that.
Have you seen this film?
I've seen parts of it, yes. I haven't seen it fully. Why?
It's so dumb because like this whole film is like super serious, and they never had a single inch in the film where they want to do a jump scare, and then suddenly out of nowhere he just got fucking eaten by the shark.
I mean, obligatory shark scenes, shark jump scare.
Also, I just realized we don't have the jump scare from Jaws in this list. We probably should have.
Do we not? I thought we did.
We do not.
Damn, okay. In my defense, I saw this one. Oh, a shark. Okay, that covers all the shark jump scares.
Yeah.
This is a D tier. Maybe F
Teacher,
actually. D or F to me.
I want to put it.
Eh,
Uh,
Don't put it at F.
I want to put it at. It makes me laugh, so I'm gonna put it at a D.
D, sure, yeah. It did. it failed to be a scary scene, but it made us feel some other type of ways.
Different emotions, you know.
Different emotions, yes, indeed. Okay, so yeah, that's Deep Blue Sea, and then we did it 10, did we? Yeah,
Did we?
I think
One,
that's
two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. All right, all right. Oh, okay. Now let's continue the horror. We'll do five more, and then we'll jump to the non-horror one. All
Okay.
right. Next one we have Exorcist 3, the nurse with shears.
Yeah.
In this scene, basically, what happened? This is just in a random general hospital. This nurse was like going about doing her administration stuff, checking on things, as usual. The camera just kind of like stays in one hallway. Then like the nurse opens this door. Oh, take some stuff. All right, normal scene. Everyone's just doing it like normally. And then as she walks away from the door, like uh this ghost thing with like from head to toe covered with like white bat spray
Like a
maybe.
cloak. Did you say you bet? What?
Oh yeah. Bat sheets.
Oh, you mixed the Indonesian word with the
Yeah, I
English
mixed the
word. And
Indonesian.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, I was thinking like
a
what's
bat
like
spray? Like a spray?
yeah. Yeah, in
Uh,
Indonesian we call it spray for
yeah,
some reason.
yeah, the
But yeah,
bat
bed
sheets.
sheets. Yeah, goes to the bed sheets, just like comes out with like a big ass scissors maybe, and then wants to cut off the nurse head, decapitates her. I think that's what happened. It was a shocking
Yeah,
scene. It was kind of like it's one of those jump scares was like, oh, nothing's happening, then boom, something happened. Scary thing happened. Which is a classic.
yeah.
Classic way to do it.
This has been like sort of been taken and done, recreated in many horror movies. One of which is Black Christmas, which we will get to.
Yeah.
But like they do like the same trope of like pan out, like a character going exiting the frame and then going back into the frame, and then they zoom in, and then someone's behind the character like chasing it down or something. Like in this
Mm-hmm.
case, that creature or ghost, I don't know, I haven't, comes and
Aziz.
just decapitate the lady, because after that it cuts to a statue without a head. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's like implication of like, oh, the nurse is gone. So yeah, I mean that's shocking with the sound factor and like the way how it zooms so fast of like vroom, and then like that was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm leaning towards high A, low S maybe.
High A, low S. Oh, damn. Okay.
How
Oh,
about
I
you?
was thinking of I was thinking of going with a B. Honestly.
Okay, it doesn't scare you that much, is it?
No. All right. So we'll take the middle ground. I guess we can go with A on this
A.
one. Yeah, man. You say you could put it in S. I put it in B. So let's put the middle ground. That's A.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the scene again, and
Is it that scary?
no, I guess not. It's kind of
uh,
funny. It's honestly kind of funny. It's honestly kind of funny. But
was it funny? No.
I don't know like the sound effect, and then because I know it's coming, it's like because the ghost's like verging very casual, like
Yeah.
casual.
And
So
the ghost is walking with a purpose, man. What you on about?
yeah, okay, let's give it an A. Let's put it an A. All right.
All right, that's an A for the Exorcist 3. All right,
Mm-hmm.
now to the next one. We have from a recent movie. Oh, quite recent, I guess. From It, the first one, the projector screen. Albert, describe the scene.
Yeah, so the loser squad, is that the name?
Yeah, I think so.
The loser group squad. Yeah, they're they are basically going through the projection. They putting like maps of Derry in their projector, seeing the history of Derry, trying to find out where Pennywise sort of is and located. And then suddenly the projector like starts flicking itself, because it's like those old projectors where you got to put like the cassette or whatever. I don't know how old projectors work. This is the 1970s or 60s. I don't know. 80s. I think it's 80s. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how that works. But yeah, it starts flicking itself, and like it goes faster and faster and faster. Like it zooms in on Georgie, who dies earlier in the film, and it just keeps going and going and going, and then eventually there's like a lady that got her hair blown in the wind, and then like it keeps going and going and going, and then become picture of Pennywise, and then eventually out of nowhere Pennywise just like jump. No, the projector fell down, and then you thought it's like done, and then suddenly Pennywise just like jump onto the screen, like through the projector, and like a giant Pennywise just starts stomping around in the area. So yeah, um,
This is an
I
S
think I
tier.
did that justice. I really
This
like
like
this scene because
I
the
mean
way
this
how they
scene.
build the tension too.
Yeah, the way they built the tension, the what's the name? It's really creative as well. Yeah, it's really creative as well. And then like yeah, the because it's Pennywise, you know how like how unhinged she looks and everything. It just makes it so perfect. Yeah, with how his character is. Yeah, I just think it's a
Yeah,
really creative scene and really scary as well.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
also like, again, sometimes jump scare, if it's out of nowhere, it works. But I think with the tension, like I know that I still remember watching this in theater, and I know a jump scare is happening. I don't know when it's happening, but I know it's happening. And when it did, it still surprises me. And like being at home watching this is different. Seeing it on a computer feels different. But when you're in the theater, that projection is huge, and the
Mm-hmm.
big Pennywise jumping at you is like, oh, that is like a nice scare. So yeah,
Yeah, on the theater is a different. It's a much different experience.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely an easy S tier for me. An easy S tier. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much then.
all
All
right,
right.
let's do that as
Now on to the next one. We have from a popular movie, The Shining. The twin scene, the one that say "Come play with us." Uh,
okay.
I I don't know, Albert. I don't know how to describe the scene.
Danny Torrance, the main kid, the kid of Jack Torrance, is just riding his bike in the empty hotel because the hotel is closed for the winter. He's riding his bike all around the whole area, just following him from behind, third person perspective, following Danny Torrance, and he turns the corner to a dead end, and then there is two twins wearing a blue like dress with pink like ribbons, and they're just standing there, and it's like, come play with us, Danny, and then it zooms in, and then there's like a flash of them, like a 1 second sequence flashing, seeing the twins like as corpse, like bloodied on the floor, and then flash back to the normal of just the twins standing there and just asking Danny Torrance to come play with them. uh, yeah, pretty scary scene. Like, I can never see hallway the same way, especially hotel hallways now freak me out because of this scene. Like whenever I turn a corner, I'm like, please, there is no twins when I turn the corner. But it's a pretty scary scene in my opinion. What about you?
um, as a whole, this is a pretty scary scene. This is a scary scene, but in terms of a jump scare, though, I don't think this is much of a jump scare. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
fair. I
I think
think
the
the
whole
the
scene was
jumps,
scary. Which one?
yes,
Which part was a jump scare?
the jump scare is when it flash and it goes to them in a bloodied on the bloodied state.
All right,
Because
sure.
because
I
it was
can
like
live that. Um, though that jump scare is kind of it's more to kind of just like again like similar to the thing one is a shock value kind of like whoa
right.
okay
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. So I'm willing to give this. I want to give like if you're strictly talking about the jump scare scene, I'll give this like maybe
B,
a B. Yeah, same with
C.
the thing. B or I'm gonna let's go with B because the scenes leading up to it was pretty creepy. I would give it a B.
Okay, let's give it a B because yeah, I think with the same idea behind the thing and everything, I think a B makes sense.
Yeah. But if you're talking the whole scene though, the whole scene is like at least A
Wait, because
tier.
because the jump scare, you also not taking it outside of the context of just the moment. If it
Yeah,
sticks with you, that's a good jump scare. Like
that's
Insidious
true.
sticks with you, the tall man sticks with you, the clap clap sticks with you. And then like if you're comparing to the sea level, like the Jason one doesn't stick with me really, nor Carrie, but this one sort of
Yeah.
stick with me. So I'm like B. I think makes sense putting it above those two.
All right. All right. All right.
All right.
Okay. So on to the next one from the movie we just talked about. Because why not? From the weekly watches, Cairo, Pulse. Yeah, 2001 movie. The walking, stumbling, picking goes. That's what I'm just gonna call it.
Stumbling, picking.
Yeah, basically, I'll just reiterate the
Not not
scene.
not the licking goes.
Sadly, maybe it licks. But yeah, I don't know. Let me just reiterate what I mentioned just now. So basically, yeah, the guy was like checking out this ghostly hallway, and then suddenly there's like from the background there's a ghost of a woman appear, and she just kind of like walks ever so slowly, and then at some point trips, stumbles, and she regains her balance. And then like at the end the guy hides and hides behind the sofa, and then the ghost peeks. I guess the ghost speaking was the jump scare. Pretty much that. Yeah, and then the guy scream, and that's the scene. Um, Albert, since you haven't watched the movie, just watching that scene, what's your
See,
thoughts?
the thing, like we were unable to find a really high def scene, and
That's
the
true.
scene is like really dark, and I can barely see the ghost. Like I can see
Yeah,
the silhouette of the ghost. I don't know if that's actually in the actual film, but you can
in
barely see it,
in the
and
actual
it's
film, you also barely see
okay.
you also barely see the ghost.
And
Yeah.
it's not a jump scare at all. I don't think anything in this sequence is jump scare. I'm saying it right now. I'm putting it at F because it's
All right,
not a
I can
jump scare.
agree.
It's scary, and the scary is because it's like it's bizarre, especially the way she stumbles, because it looks like uncanny valley animation of like how
Mm-hmm.
something looks doesn't look right.
Yeah.
This sort of looks like if a mannequin is approaching you and then it trips and like it comes back to life. Like that's scary, but that's like not a jump scare. And that's how I would describe the way how she stumbles. Um,
All right. All right.
so yeah.
Yeah. As a jump scare, yeah, I can agree. It's an F tier. But people, man, that's what people say. It's a good scene. People like it. The
That's
peeking
fair.
was a jump scare apparently. But yeah, uh,
One of
that's
the
an F tier
comments
for
on
me as well.
one of the comments on the YouTube video that we use for the resource for this is that the
Yeah.
ghost is not used to wearing high heels. It just stumbles. Which is so an
A bit
F
of fun
tier
fact
right
for
there.
this one actually. Like, what's the name? Apparently, the director hired a ballerina, and then directed her to walk like that, like the way you see her stumbles and everything. So apparently, all of that was like was on point.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh, Pretty cool. I guess that's about it. All right. Yeah. So that's our first F tier. I really don't like the movie.
Okay.
I just want to honestly I just put it there because I want to crap on it more. All right, now let's
I,
move
I mean,
on
I
to
mean,
the
I mean, yeah, like just in general, like if you're like, if a ghost is chasing you and the ghost just like fell down because it tripped, I'll be like, are you okay? I don't want to help the ghost.
Do you need help?
All right, let me help you up and chase me again.
Well, take one, take one.
Yeah.
Back to position. Yeah. All right, yeah, and now let's go to the last scene before we go to the non-horror parts of it. From the movie Sinister. Yeah, from the movie Sinister, the lawn mower scene. Uh, yeah, basically, in this movie, in this scene, we are watching like the snuff film of the what the ghost made kind of thing. Yeah, the ghost is like kind of like an influencer to little kids, I guess.
Wait, like a social media influencer?
So okay, giving a bit of context, like this ghost named Bagul, I think that's his name. He lives in media, so basically like films, internet, laptop kind of thing. Yeah, And then in this movie, he kind of like influenced the kid to make snuff films about, where they you know kind of like take away their family's life. Basically, that's what they're doing. And then in
Okay.
this scene, we are watching like one of the films that the kid make, and it was just like, oh, the kid is like filming her family, and then it cuts to her just mowing the lawn at night, and then out of nowhere, it's just like the mother's face screaming and just like getting like what's that, mowed by the lawnmower. That's the whole scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that scene is great. I think that scene is great. It's really shocking. It's really shocking, and then with the building up to it was also great because like when I first watched it, it's like, oh, I saw the lawnmower. Okay, so where is it going with this? And suddenly there was like the mother's face just getting hit by it. I'm like, damn. Okay, yeah, that was
Okay.
scary.
I didn't know that it was the mother's face. So when that happened, I was like, "That's so random. What the hell?"
Oh,
So, I mean, I don't know the context of the film, right? Because I've never seen it. I didn't think this was really good. I think
really?
it's a decent jump scare, but I don't know like. Well, right now, where do you think of placing it?
I was gonna place it on A tier at least for me.
Okay.
How about you?
So
How low are you putting this?
I'm looking at the scene again, and I was like either B or C. I
Oh,
don't. It's so fast too. That doesn't help, and it's like it.
I
I don't know.
mean,
I don't know. It doesn't. I
I
I
mean,
don't know.
the height and clap one was fast as well. They just clap and that's it.
Mhm. That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll defer to you because you have seen the film. I think you have better judgment
I
of
mean,
it. So
like
I'll
you're
defer.
rating the jump scare, Albert. You're rating the jump scare.
Then
So,
I'll put it at a B.
all right, B. That's a middle ground, right? Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Let's put it at a B. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let me edit this one real quick. All right, so now we are moving on. We are alternating with horror and non-horror scenes. So now we are going to the non-horror ones.
Let's
So
go.
yeah, this one's going to be dumb. That's all I can say. This one's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
dumb.
I don't know which one we're starting with. Calvin have the list. I'm
All right, so now starting off, well, with a fan favorite movie, Spider-Man 2. Hello, Harry scene. In this scene, it's like, what's happening in this scene? Harry Osborn goes out, walks to the balcony because he heard something, and then as
yeah.
he is like walking closer to the edge of the balcony, and then as he look down, and suddenly, what's his name?
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock's like tentacles like push him back, and catches his drink, I guess, and then he said, "Hello, Harry." uh, uh, not Albert, you go first. Where would you put this? This is the benchmark
um,
for the non-horror ones. Where would you put this, Albert?
I think this is a pretty good jump scare. Now that I think about it, I don't know why we didn't include one from the first Spider-Man movie because I think there is like a pretty good Green Goblin jump scare. Uh,
I don't remember.
when they just I'm pretty it's when Green Goblin was in the burning house and then Spider-Man is about to save. Like he thought he was an old lady, and it turns out it's Green Goblin, and Green Goblin like turn around like "Rah!" and like it's a surprise scene. Um,
hmm
that one was pretty good. I honestly think we should have had that one instead of this. This one is decent too.
This one
I
is more
want
for
to.
the comedic value as well. Hello, Harry.
What do you think? You think he was gonna say boo?
Maybe.
He's trying to work together with Harry. He's not gonna scare the shit out of him. Well, he did scare the shit out of him. He pushed him back, which should have been bad. Harry could have got a concussion. He did. Doc Ock didn't know that. Um, I'll put it at a B, I guess, or a C even. Maybe a
I'll put
C.
this as C. I'll put this as C. No, not
Yeah.
no. I'll put this as a D. This is just okay. Like it's not that scary or anything. It's just Yeah. No, I'll put it as a D.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it as a D.
Okay. So yeah, let's
Uh,
let's do that. Let's put it at a D. So
did not start off strong with this one.
yeah.
All right. So after Spider-Man 2, next we have. Oh man, I wrote it wrong. We have Is this a movie? Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks
Yes. Twin
Fire
Peaks
Walk
Fire Walk
with
with Me.
Me. Yeah. The I don't understand the sequence at all. It's the Laura's room sequence. So Albert, go ahead and explain
I've
what
never
the hell
seen this
happened
too.
here.
I've never seen this film too. But this is by David Lynch. You have a certain style. If you know any, if you've seen one of his films, you probably have a sort of idea what his style is. But it's pretty weird, and the whole sequence is basically the main. I'm assuming it's the main lady. She's just like going. She's walking in her house. She goes to the room, and then in her room there is a guy just hiding behind a lamp, and he's
He's
like,
not even hiding well. He's
and then he
okay.
comes out, and then he comes out of the lamp, sort of like like smiling creepily,
He
like
just smiles.
"Hello." He didn't say hello, but his face says hello. He's like, hi, and then the girl just starts screaming like ah, and then the guy also starts screaming, and you go to the guy's mouth, and it becomes like a what's the thing inside your mouth?
um,
The not the
is it
vocal
wait
cords? No, it's not vocal cords. It's like
vulva?
the vulva.
Is
Yeah,
it called? Is it
right.
called
I
that?
don't know. Is
Was
that
that a
right?
different? No, no, vulva is
That's
in
that's
the.
that's a sexual
that's
organ, is it not?
that's a sexual
Sexual
organ.
reproductive.
No.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's not it. What is it, Calvin? What the hell?
Let me open
What is the thing
mouth
in the back
anatomy.
of your throat? We're not biologists. We don't know this. Uvula. Uvula.
You uvula. Yeah, there you go. Not
Not a
vulva.
vulva. That's completely different. Oh my god, I can't believe we're in there. It's also the uvula. So yeah, it's weird. The guy, I'm assuming the guy's like some kind of creep. That's why she's scared. And then, I love that the guy just like,
Smiling.
hi. So yeah, this is it doesn't this is it's D for the laugh factor, but it doesn't scare me at all.
This is an F tier for me. This
I'm fine
everything.
with that. I'm fine
The
with that.
everything about this scene is so weird. It's just she just opens the door. The thing. No, here's the part that I really hate. All right, the guy was hiding, like quote unquote hiding. Like from what I saw, it like in Tom and Jerry when like they're trying to hide behind a what's the name, a lamppost kind of thing, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
can still kind of see the side. It's kind of like this. He's hiding behind something that's like smaller than him. So it's not really working at all. It just makes no sense. And then and then the smile. I just don't get it. But yeah, yeah, no, there's an F tier. Everything about this more of a comedy scene than it is, and yeah, like the zooming into the uvula, that's just weird. Yeah, uh, yeah, that's an F tier for me. That's an F tier. All right, uh, now let's.
Calvin, quick question: are we gonna like rearrange the films within the tiers, or are we just we're not like ordering it inside the tiers itself?
I don't think we have to order it inside the tier. That's fine.
Okay, that
Just
works for
just
me.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, now the next one we have from I don't know what movie this is. This is the first I heard of it. Harry and the Hendersons. Monkey Fall. Albert, describe the scene.
So yeah, I've never seen this film too, but I think it's like some kind of Sasquatch sequence. But basically, John Lithgow is the dad, right? And
Yeah.
he's just like driving, and they have a Sasquatch or something or some kind of ape just tied on top of
Caesar.
their.
No,
I don't
that's
think it's I don't-
Maurice. That's Maurice. I
like they have it either. I don't know
think they hit
if
the
they.
monkey.
Oh, you think they hit the monkey and they hide him on top?
Yeah, to my understanding, to my understanding, he hit the from. I mean, we didn't. I don't watch a full I mean, I only watch whatever we saw on YouTube. So the
Oh,
Sasquatch is already on top of the roof of the monkey. So I
yeah.
thought they hit the monkey and then they hide the monkey's body on the top, thinking it's dead. That's what I thought.
And then turns
Yeah,
out it's alive, and then it just like boom on top of the windshield.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I think you're right because I'm looking at the scene and they're talking about that he wasn't trying to hit it.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. So I think that's it. But yeah, basically the Sasquatch like sort of just from on top of the hood of the car, not the hood, the top of the car. I don't know, was it the area where you usually have a sunroof? He just sort
The
of like,
roof.
whoa, like appears on top of the windshield.
Yeah.
Um, it's a
I
decent, it's a decent scare, I think.
I think this is more of a. No, you know what? This scare gets me. This gets me. I wasn't expecting the monkey to appear like that. I'll put this as C.
Yeah, I think it works. I think
This
it
works.
can, especially because
This
I think
works.
this is a comedy. I'm pretty sure,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a comedy. Yeah, family comedy. So the fact that it just jumps out like that, I think it works. Um, B or C?
I think this is C. I think this is C.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Aaron Harrison's a C. I just realized you write on Monkey Fall.
I don't know how to title it. All right, now let's go to the next one here from a movie called Signs. Uh, yeah, basically aliens rolling through the neighborhood scene. This is a movie with fucking Phoenix, right?
Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix, Mel Gibson, directed by M Night Shyamalan. Yeah.
Oh, it's M Night Shyamalan. Ah, yeah.
Yep.
So, uh, I again, I only watched the YouTube scene, right? So from what I remember, Joaquin Phoenix was like watching the TV. He was angry at the kids. It's like, kids, get out of there! Get out of there, kind of thing, you know? Like because I don't know. I guess the kids are blocking the way or something. And then like the
On
cameraman kind
in
of
the
like
TV. Yeah.
yeah in the TV, and the cameraman just kind of like pans to the window, sticks with it, and then like suddenly, not no, just an alien, classic green alien, just kind of casually strolling by the neighborhood. Uh, and then everyone was like, "Whoa! Ah! Ah!" Everyone got scared. The kid got scared. Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix was taken aghast by that. I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh, yeah. I don't know. I thought that was a really weird scene. Not gonna lie.
Out of context, seeing this scene alone, I understand where you're coming from. In the film, this is
What kind of
really
aliens
good.
do?
So
What kind of aliens do?
you've never seen the alien at all. The alien is there. You never saw them at all until the scene, which is like halfway past, like past the halfway point of the film, I think. And the first scene you see, because
Oh,
you're like, it's like, oh, what does it look like? And then the way how it just appears out of nowhere, like very random, and then the way how Joaquin Phoenix like the reaction, you're like, oh shit, wow, yeah, that's like surprising. I don't know it. That scene like sort of ingrained in my brain. I think it's a really good scene. But yeah, again, out of context, it's like
out of
it's
context,
kind
it's
of
pretty goofy.
it's a little bit dull.
Yeah, out of context still.
But
uh,
I think sort of like the builds up of like
the build up is
you
good.
just
I think.
the build
Yeah,
up and then like the alien sort of just walking casually. Yeah,
strolling through the neighborhood. Yeah.
yeah.
I already watched this, so what's your take on this?
Again, I'm trying to do the same logic with the It Follows one.
Because it's a walking
I
scene.
no, because I gotta take it out. I gotta take it out. See, I'm taking it out of context of the film,
That's true.
which makes it like a D. But like, I think the scene alone at least warrants a B or a C at the worst for me. Where are you putting this? Where are you thinking?
All right, now with a new context from what you mentioned, I think it's at least a B. Yeah, but
Okay.
before knowing the context, I was gonna put this as a D. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's literally just an alien strolling by. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think it warrants that because again, it's like a shocking moment of like whoa, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess yeah. With the context of the movie, it'll be higher. I
this is
guess,
the
right?
same way. This is the same way with you and Sinister because it's ingrained in your memory, and for me, it wasn't really, and now this
Yeah,
same
pretty
way.
much that. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, there you go.
Fair,
B
fair, fair.
for science.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Here we have another non-horror one. I have no idea what this is. Mal, how do you read this? Mulholland Drive? Mulholland Drive?
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive. Yeah. All right. This is this is out of nowhere. I don't really understand the scene honestly when I watched it. So Albert, go ahead, take
Um,
this away.
this is another David Lynch. This is another David Lynch movie. I did not like this
He's a
film.
weird man.
He's I'm gonna have so much hate. A lot of my friends love David Lynch. I don't care for David Lynch. I respect his vision. He's really he's just a cookie old guy. Um,
Cookie old guy.
he's weird. Literally look up video of David Lynch like in their interviews or like something else. Like he's a weird dude with weird visions. But yeah, this whole film, this sequence, like I don't even remember this dude, but it's like they're just he's talking in a diner with his friend, and he have a feeling. He just have a feeling that something is around the corner. So he decides to go out of the diner and walks out, and suddenly he goes by like this trash, like a trash bin, garbage bin area, and he goes there and he walks like it's the whole sequence just following him slowly, following him, walking slowly, and then out of nowhere, just a homeless person just pops like slide into frame, like sliding into your DMs, like, "Huh?" and then the guy's like, oh, and the guy passed
he
out.
fainted. He fainted as well. uh,
And then the homeless person just slides back out of your DMs. So yeah,
here, as dumb as this scene is, uh, this really gets me. I want to put this as an A.
did it surprise you?
It surprises me so much. And I mean, like,
It's
here,
it's it's it
uh,
surprised me in the film. I was like, oh, that is scary shit.
here, hobo doesn't sound scary, but when you see how they dress up the hobo in this movie, she's like, I don't know if it's he or she, but they, he got like the face is like all covered up with like black dirt
Like,
marks or something like
yeah,
that. When I first watched it, I thought it was like burnt mark, kind of like Freddy Krueger kind of thing. and then turns out, oh, this is just dirt kind of thing. But yeah, the makeup, basically the outfit and everything, that was like like stupid scary for that one. And yeah, the way it slides into your DM, it slides into the scene and just slides out. It's so like, can they at least just walk or something, not sliding?
it doesn't make
That's
sense too. It
weird.
doesn't make sense because like there was two guys that's walking. The first
Hmm.
guy passed out. The second guy, it's sort of like he doesn't even notice that there was a hobo because he doesn't look scared at all, and he was like helping the guy like wake up, but he wasn't like horrified at all. There's no reaction from the other guy, and then the hobo just like literally it slides in and slides out. So it's like what, it doesn't make sense in the context, but
It
it's
doesn't
so out
make
of
sense.
nowhere and it scares you.
Yeah, exactly. So this works really well for jump scare.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the A for me. If you guys haven't watched this scene, look it up. Look it up on YouTube. It's so dumb. Yeah. Would you agree, Bert? A tier for this. Albert, are you on mute?
Yeah, I think A tier is a pretty good standing for this. I agree.
All right. Yeah. There you
Especially
go.
because visually that that hobo looks like pretty disgustingly scary. So yeah,
Yeah. Disgustingly scary. That's the word. That's the phrase right there. Yeah. Okay. Now moving on to the to another other, like, why is there a horror jump scare in this movie as well? I have no idea. Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
large Marge. I'll
Pee-wee's
say
Big Adventure, the
I
Large
hate this
Smart Scene.
movie. I'll say that I hate this movie.
Yeah. So, I think from what I remember, we were, Pee-wee was like hitchhiking, right? And then like
Mhm, mhm.
the this like truck driver stopped a lady, a large march basically. She stopped by. Pee-wee jumps in, and they're just walking. And she's just driving. Pee-wee's just sitting down. They're were they talking? I think they were talking. And then out of nowhere, she just kind of like looks at Pee-wee and then do the do the scary face, I guess, like the one you can see from the tier list, from the picture. I don't know how to describe it. How would you describe the face, Bert? Eyes
It's
coming out of socket, jaws dropping.
well, this is yeah. Where is the picture? Yeah, it's very
It's,
claymation-ish. It's a sort of claymation
it's
design, kind of.
cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it looks like okay. It looks like if Donald Duck haven't had sleep for like 7 days straight, and he haven't combed his hair, and his hair is like Donald Duck have an afro, haven't sleep for 7 days, his chips, his bills or lips or whatever is like chapped, and then his eyes is popping out of the socket. So imagine that in claymation form. And that is how I would describe large Mark. You don't think it looked like Donald Duck? Like look at it. 7 day no sleep Donald Duck with chapped bills and an afro.
You know, now that you and then like also burnt a little bit, he got tan.
He got a tan, yeah.
After you mention it, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see it. Yeah. uh so Albert, as a hater of Pee-wee, where does this rank?
I kind of want to put it in D because it does. Not think it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, same. It's D.
The
It's D. Oh,
claymation looks cool, but still,
yeah. It's not an F just because of the claymation for me. At least there's some creativity in the way they do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so
All
D
right.
for Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Now moving on to the next one, we have from the Batman. From no, the Dark Knight. Hanging around. I don't know how to title it. Is
Yeah.
what's the scene? I don't remember the scene.
This
Albert.
the scene. Yeah, the scene is basically Joker has been like killing all the Batman impersonators and everything like that. They're threatening the mayor, I believe. And they're just like he's in the mayor's office. Is it the mayor's office? No, it's not the mayor's office. It's the police commissioner.
Police commissioner office, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
the police commissioner office, and they're just talking, and the police is like staring out the window, and then suddenly the corpse of one of the Batman impersonator is just like being hanged with a Joker face, and it smacks through the window. Not through the window, smacks on the window. It never go through the window, but yeah, it's like a small little jump scare with the Joker, and I believe there's a Joker card which like sort of indicates a message. So yeah, um, pretty solid scene, kind of out of nowhere. Doesn't scare me. Well, I guess in the moment it's sort of like, oh shit. But like, yeah, it's okay. It's on the lower half for me.
Yeah. Same. I don't. Yeah. It doesn't scare me or anything. I think it's a D. I think it's a D. It doesn't do much
D.
for as a jump scare kind of thing. It doesn't do much. I think it's a
Yeah,
D.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's fast.
No. Yeah. We still have. Yeah. Like I
There's
said, we have
quite a
like
few.
we have like
Uh,
65 scenes in total. I think we should kind of do a bit of speed round, I guess.
we'll go like some of these. I think we talk less about and everything, so
Yeah.
not to worry.
All right. On the next one here from the Fellowship of the Rings, the Power Ring scene, I guess, with the older what's his name?
Yeah, Bilbo.
Bilbo. Yeah, almost a bimbo.
No, not Bimbo. Bimbo Baggins is the long distant cousin that got removed, that got twice removed. Um,
So, what happened in this, Albert? What happened this scene?
So yeah, Bilbo Baggins basically he gave this is like in Rivendell. He already gave the ring to Frodo earlier in the film. He wants to see the ring again, and Frodo's like, "No, you cannot have it." And then Bilbo is sort of like, "But I want to see it one more time," and like his face goes like crazy, insane, like a super fast like jump scare moment that I think is very effective. It scares me when I watch it the first time. I still remember it, like um like I'm kind of dreading that scene every time it comes. I was like, it's creepy because the face looks creepy.
Hmm.
How they animate the face and like that scary moment. I think it's pretty good. Out of the non-horror, I think there's one of the better ones probably, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree on this one. The face itself, I pause that I press pause on the face because I want to see it. Yeah, yeah, it's a scary face. It's a scary face. It's Yeah, I wasn't expecting that as well. So I want to put this as an A or B. Not, I'll put it as an A. It's up there.
I'm putting it at an A. I think A is good.
A. Yeah, I think it's up there with Hobo from
Yeah,
Mulholland Drive.
yeah.
Okay, next one here we have from Harry Potter's and the Chamber of Secrets, the hand scene.
It's just
Uh,
one. It's just one Potter. There's no Harry Potters. It's just the one hot Harry.
yeah, well, yeah.
Except
Yeah,
for the seven. Yeah, but yeah.
the hand scene. It's not sexual. I just
I wasn't thinking of anything sexual until you brought it up.
I'm on Albert. Describe the scene.
So Harry is, being mischievous. He's being a naughty little boy.
Mhm.
He's exploring. He's exploring. I believe this is Borgin and Burke's in Nocturne Alley. This is in Chamber of Secrets, by the way. But yeah, he's exploring there because used the flu powder. He go to the wrong place. He's exploring, and then he looks and he sees like a hand, and he's like, I wonder what that hand can do to me. And then he reached out, and then the hand grabs Harry, a firm grip. It grabs him. It's like, oh no, let go. And then eventually the hand let go. And then, yeah, that's a scene.
Oh. Definitely not sexual.
No, not at all. Just a firm hand gripping. And
Yeah.
Harry's like not ready for it. Um, but yeah,
Unconsensual hand gripping.
consensual hand gripping. Yeah. Oh my god.
I think this scene is as jump scare goes is an F for me. It didn't do anything.
No,
It
it
did
doesn't. It
not do.
doesn't.
It did not do anything.
I think it's. Yeah, I think. I sort of want to put it at a. I also want to put it at a D a little bit. Maybe it's a little. Maybe it's an F. Yeah, you know what? I'll put it at an F because just go we get spread it out, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of it have a shock factor a little bit. You still haven't watched the Harry Potter films, so it's like that's one for you. But like in the
That's true.
film, it's sort of a bit of a shock factor. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that scary. So I guess D.
It's
Yeah,
not.
let's do F. Let's do F just to spread out the tier a
Let's
little.
do F. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now going to the next one from Ariq's favorite movie, Jurassic Park. That's the first one. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Back in business scene. Um, I forgot the character's name. Basically, the girl. What's her name?
Ellie Sattler.
Yeah, Ellie Sadler. She was turning on the. I think there was like a power outage or something if I'm not wrong, and then like she turns on the machine, and stuff. We got power back, and they're like, "Yeah, we're back in business, Mister who? What's his name again?
Hammond.
Mr. Hammond, we are back in business." And then as soon as you say that, a dinosaur appear from like burst through the
It's a raptor.
back of the wall. It's a raptor, yeah. Burst through the wall and just like ah yeah, pretty much that's the
Yeah.
scene.
It's
Um,
surprising me. I thought there is more jump scares in the first one, but not as many. Like there are scary moments, but like legitimate jump scares, there isn't that many. And this one is one of the better ones. It's like, yeah, sort of calm because we're sort of this is almost a little bit of a minor victory because they just turn on the electricity back. I'm like, yeah,
mhm.
okay, we got this. Let's get this going. And then the raptor just out of nowhere like grabs her. So yeah. It's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
I
Yeah,
think it's a strong scene. Yeah.
yeah, it's a strong scene. Um, the jump scare is great as well. You're happy and then you're like, oh no. I think this is an
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
I think this is an A. I think this is an A. Yeah. You agree with that, Bird?
Um. Yeah,
Or Jun?
I think an A is good. I think an A is good for here. The only complaint that I have is that the Raptor needs to go to the needs to learn from Harry Potter in regards to the and goes to the school of hand gripping, because the grip of the Raptor is not really strong as how Harry
You
Potter
got
got
tiny
gripped.
hands, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You got
yeah,
tiny
that's fair.
hands.
And I mean, I guess yeah, he's like behind a cage, so he can't really grips. But if you want to learn how to grip strong, you gotta go to the hand gripping school of Harry Potter. So, yeah.
Scholar. Is that a sequel? Is that a secret sequel that we don't know about?
Harry Potter and the gripping hands. Yes.
The gripping hands.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's
A
go.
tier for Jurassic Park.
A tier for Jurassic Park back in business scene. Now, okay. Now let's jump back to the horror bits of this. Yeah, and we'll later again we'll go back to non-horror. So now let's go back to horror. First one to start with. Let's go with the sand. The first encounter with the crawlers. Yeah. Uh,
Okay, I gotta look this up. I
both
don't remember which one this is.
both me and both me and Albert hasn't watched this movie. Yeah, basically in this scene, this is the first time the group of girls, the group of like
Oh, okay.
cave, what are they? Cave
Dwellers?
climb?
Oh no!
No, no,
Oh,
no,
the
the
girls, the
girls,
girls,
the
the girls.
girls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a word for it. Cave explorers, cave divers, explorers. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. They explore caves and then like they are stuck in it. And then like they're like asking, shouting for help, and then this is their first encounter with the crawler. It's just kind of they're panicking about not knowing how to get out of the caves, and then this one girl has the cam recorder on, and then as she pans to one of her friend, and then like, ooh, what's that behind her? A crawler, and then just like, ah, and then the crawler runs away, and apparently there's a bunch more. Yeah, it's overall a really good scene, especially for like what's the name, the introduction to the monster that we to the creature, I guess. Yeah. What do you think, Fert?
Um, Last night when I saw it, I thought it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
This right now when I'm watching it again, it doesn't really do anything for me. I don't know, maybe because
Oh,
I know what the creature looked like,
I
but
think that's part of it though, because when I first
yeah,
watched it, I had the same reaction. Like when I first watched the scene, I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm on the same boat with Albert on that one. Like the second time you watch it is not as good, but the first time though, it hits hard. Yeah.
I hmm
I don't know. I don't know where to put this.
maybe a B for me.
A B for you?
Hold on, let's see how many B's we have. We got, or maybe or maybe a C.
You know what? I'll go with the C because the first time we saw it, our first encounter with it was quite scary, but it doesn't have the uh re- replayability factor to this.
Replayability. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give this a C.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do C. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, again, like the replayability factor is huge. Like if it doesn't scare you the second time around, then it's sort of like a one time thing kind of thing. Like, yeah.
yeah, that's true. Uh, yeah, all right. So that's for the Sen, the first encounter. So now to the next one, we have from a famous one again, The Ring, when the ring girl crawled out of the TV. Uh, this one, the one that we take from is from the American one, not the Japanese one. Yeah,
Or the picture that I took, or the scene.
no, the scene that I took, it was from the
Oh, okay.
American one. Yeah. Uh, yeah, how do I I mean, like, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the scene, right? The girl,
Mhm.
the guy watching the TV, and then like the girl just kind of the ring girl crawls out of the TV slowly, and then like the guy trips, and then she stands up and she kills the guy, and then like it zooms into her face, into her to the scary face. Yeah, it pretty much
Yeah,
is that.
like the girl comes out of in the TV, a black and white. Like, well, not exactly black and white. It's just a color tone. But yeah,
Static,
it's yeah, static. The ghost girl,
static.
the Ringu girl, she comes out of this of like a well, and then like the static, and then the lights flashing in real life, and then like the girl just like crawls out of the TV. Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
like,
but there's not much to explain on this. I feel like everyone knows this is a very iconic scene. I'm pretty sure Teguh even knows.
Is the Japanese version scarier?
People say Japanese version scarier.
I'm trying to look up the Japanese the ring girl TV scene, the Japan one.
Oh,
Um,
it's from the 1998 one, I think. Yeah, but I feel like the quality of them. I don't know. Actually, I haven't watched both, but I feel like people are okay with the American one. They don't crap on it too much. Yeah,
no, yeah, that's fair. Um, in terms of a scene, this is iconic. In terms of jump scare, not so much.
not so much. Yeah,
Because again, this is similar to the Cairo or the Pulse, where it's like slowly coming towards you, and like you know what's coming, and
hmm
there wasn't really a jump scare, really. Um,
maybe maybe when they zoom into their face, that's kind of a jump
Yeah,
scare.
that's like the closest thing. And also it doesn't help that I've never seen this film, but I have seen so many parody of the Ring Girl. Like either in a parody film, TV show, or even TV commercials. You don't understand how many Ring TV commercial parody are in Indonesian TV. I don't know why. I have seen so many parody of like Ring Girl on TV commercials, like as a parody. And like I just couldn't take it seriously now. Like I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
scary, but like I just like okay, that's a ring girl, yeah. So I I'm putting it as a in terms of jump scare, putting it at an F.
same. In terms of jump scare, this is an F. Yeah,
Okay,
this is an F. If you're
fair,
talking the
fair,
whole
fair.
scene, that's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, iconic for sure, but yeah, there is no jumps. There is really no jump scare there.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So that's that for the ring. And now, on to the next one. This one's pretty dumb, but apparently it's a jump scare from the movie the Jordan Peele's Us. So there's the frisbee that came out of nowhere. uh, in the scene, it's like the two families. They're like chilling on the beach, and then like the mom, the mothers of both family, when they're just laying down on the what you call those chairs, the beach chair basically.
Beach chair, beach chairs. Is there a
Man, is
different
there
name for a beach chairs?
I don't know. I thought they're just called beach chairs. I thought
Why did you
basically, yeah,
why did you ask what's the name of those things?
I thought they have a specific name. That's why I ask. Basically, they were just kind of like sitting down, and then a frisbee appeared. Um, like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not a. The only reason we put it here is because we thought it was dumb, and and people consider that as a jump scare. So we put that in. I wanted to put the family in the driveway scene, but that's more of a scene as a whole and not a jump scare. So
yeah.
yeah. So so that people don't have confusion, I just want to what's the name, to make sure people understand. They are not playing frisbee. They're sitting down, and someone else threw the frisbee
At
into the
them.
scene at them. Yeah.
It doesn't even hit them. It just like
No, it just passed by.
it just passed by. You know?
Yeah. So let's be quick about this. It's an F. Let's be
F.
quick about it. It's an
Uh,
F. Yeah.
yeah.
And so
Uh,
yeah, yeah, it's not a jump scare at all. I don't understand why would anyone even consider this a jump scare?
I don't know.
Yeah, weird. Okay,
Yeah.
next one to an actual jump scare, I guess. From the Alien movie, the chest burst scene. I think this the yeah when that alien came out of the chest. Albert, explain the scene.
Yeah, so one of the crew members, I forgot which one, but I believe Yeah, I forgot which one. I think this is William Hurt's character. Um, John Hurt's character, not William Hurt. John Hurt's character. And yeah, this is the first time the chest bursters came out that they found out. Like they're having dinner, because he was exposed to the alien. They thought he was fine. He got quarantined. They thought he was fine. They're having dinner together, and he started like, what's the word? Like, not suffocating. He started like getting jittery, get like seizuring kind of thing. And then they put him on the table, and then suddenly the chest bursters just come out of his chest. So that is the scene, and the whole blood everywhere, and everyone's like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, what is going on?" So yeah,
Yeah, very much is that. Uh, uh, as a again as a jump scare, not so much, right? As a jump scare, not so much. Uh,
it's I didn't actually watch the scene back before the show, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I thought it was a good jump scare. I guess, is it not?
I don't think I haven't watched any of the alien movies, and I watched this. Well, then again, maybe because I've seen this
You
scene
you
like a
know
couple of
you
times, I
know
know
yeah,
this
you know
scene.
what this scene is.
Yeah, so maybe that plays a factor. So I'm not really scared or anything about this. Like overall, it's a really cool scene. It's kind of funny though when the aliens start wiggling as it runs away.
That's fair. You
Yeah,
know what?
but
Yeah, I think as a jump scare, not so much, but as a horror scene, it's pretty scary.
yeah, I
Um,
think this is at least
and
a B for me.
yeah, and also because like it doesn't burst out directly. If it bursts out directly, maybe it's a scarier. But this is sort of like
Mm,
there's like the blood.
wiggle, well,
No, because
not
it's
wiggling. Yeah,
like there is a blood stain that came out first, and then and then several seconds, and then it started to burst. So it's like there's a build up to the burst. So yeah.
that's true. That's
So
true.
what do you think then?
I think it's a B. I think it's a B or a C. The jump scare, the jump scare doesn't really do much. Yeah,
Okay, let's see your B and C.
let's look at
Well, should I
this.
should I should I be comparing this to the other ones in the tier, or should I just like judge it? I guess we should because we're making a like
Yeah, we
classification.
should we should. Um, so what do we have in the? Oh my god, I pressed again. What do we have in the B tier?
You know what? I guess
So,
it's a C because in the B we
yeah.
currently have Candyman, The Thing, The Shining, Sinister, and Signs, and then on C we have Carrie, Friday the 13th, Harry and the Hendersons, and The Descent. I think this is closer to C then,
Mm,
because again the scare is not that much, but it is horrifying, and you
yeah,
remember it.
yeah. They got the replayability though. I think.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess C.
I think the replayability can bump it up to a B.
You want to put it? You want to put it at a B?
I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. Uh,
Okay, that's fine. We can put it at a B then.
oh, you sound unwilling. Okay, you can put it at C, Albert.
No, I'm thinking about your argument for the replayability, which you're not wrong. It's definitely right. Yeah,
All right
let's
then.
put it at B. Let's put it at B. Let's do that.
All right, let's put it at a B. Let's put it at a B. Okay, and to the next one we have. I really don't know what to a funny title for it. The from that movie Lights Out, the opening scene. I don't know. Funny title for it. Uh, basically, Lights Out in this movie. The ghost can only appear in the dark. Yeah. So whenever there's light, the ghost, I think, or the creature cannot uh go basically cannot stand in the light. And then in this opening scene, it's like they're in the factory, I guess, and the guy was like, and then like okay, honestly, what kind of factory is this? Why put your lights like that? It's so
They're
useless.
saving it. They're saving energy. You know, they're saving
I
money, saving
guess
energy.
how do I describe the light situation here?
It's like in the picture. Well, okay, you cannot see it if you're in audio. It's sort of like if you're in a if you're in a stage play and it's like just three strobe lights,
Yeah,
three
like
spotlights separately.
spotlights. Like think of the Mr. Bean opening scene. Opening into the intro of it. when the light
Okay.
comes out. Yeah, think of it like that, and there's like several of them in like with a bit of a spacing, I guess, in between. Yeah, is that a good description?
Yeah, yeah, that works.
Yeah, think of the lighting situation like that. So there's like in between darkness where the ghost can walk by, basically, and that guy was like, "Oh no, what?" Like he thought everyone has gone home, and he saw like, "Oh, what is that? What is that creature just standing there?" And then light turns off, and like it gets close. He runs away, and he got, I think, tripped by the ghost at one point. He was able to get into the office, gets a baseball bat, and then the ghost make like a power outage, and then it attacks the guy. Yeah. Mm, yep.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think yeah. It's again,
it's a scary scene.
as a whole scene, it's incredibly done. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the jump scare. Hmm. What do you think,
See,
Hurt?
because the creature is like slowly moving, getting closer and closer, and there is not a scene that's sort of like in your face kind of thing, right?
I thought there kind of there kind of
A
is, I
little, a
guess,
little bit, a little bit. Yeah, because when the
when
lights
the
turn
light
off and
turns
enter,
off and she just appears, kind of thing.
yeah,
That's quite a jump scare, I think.
yeah.
So, what do you think on this?
I am leaning towards
Where are you leaning?
an A or a B, I guess.
An A or B? Uh, I want to give this an A. I want to give this an A. I think the jump scare works. I think. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, okay. I think it's on the same level as the Conjuring clap. Like it's well, it's and actually no, it's not it because that one Conjuring is like out of nowhere. This one's like slowly building up.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Yeah, I don't have a solid argument for it, but I think A works.
Yeah. All right then. Uh. All right. Now let's go to the next one. What's this one? From the recent movie X. A surprise shotgun.
Shotgun.
Describe the scene
So
first.
spoiler warning for X that came out earlier this year. If you have not seen it, skip ahead to the like next five minutes or something. But yeah, the scene is near the very end when Jenna Ortega's character is like, she's done. She want to get out of the place. She talked to what's Mia Goth's character, and she's running of the house, and then suddenly out of nowhere she got shot from the side, off
By
screen.
the grandpa.
The old grandpa just shoots her, and she just like running, and then she slides like a bowling ball, and hits nothing because there is no pins. Uh,
Gutter ball, and like that
got
animation
him.
comes up.
Uh, I'll say this: the grandpa have really good aim. I don't know
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
knows he was coming or not, but that's a good aim. We're just very lucky. But the sound of the shotgun, pretty surprising. Uh,
yeah. That's true. The
yeah.
shotgun, like it's more of the shotgun sounds, I guess, not the visual. It's just kind of like, whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Jenna Ortega just like getting clapped like that by the shotgun.
Don't clap. Yeah.
Yeah. It's surprising, but I don't think it's surprising, but it doesn't do much. I think it's a C or D for this one. Yeah, I think it's a C or D. What's you disagree?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Well,
Well, okay. See,
actually, yeah, Jenna Ortega getting clapped also happened in the movie.
um,
Double meaning.
see, I think I like this higher than you because I did not see this coming. I guess because I thought Jenna Ortega is gonna survive,
Yeah,
and then
same. I did not see
the
it coming
way
either. Yeah.
I don't know
The
the way how she dies out of nowhere and just like, bam, and it just slides. It's kind of a
so
it's kind of a
where
good
would you want to put
scare.
this? Where would you want to put this?
I'm like C or B for me.
C or B?
You know what?
I
No,
guess
you know
you're
what? C.
leaning.
Let's do C. Let's do C because we're both on
Okay.
C. You said C
Yeah,
or
both
B.
on
I said
C.
C or B. Let's
Yeah.
do C.
Let's
Yeah.
just see. Let's just see. All right.
C for clapped. There you go.
Okay. On now after that we have another recent movie, I guess, *Malignant*, the Gabriel reveal. Yeah. Um, I don't know how this. I don't remember the scene that well. Albert, do you remember the scene well enough?
Yeah, they were watching. They were watching like archival footage of like the surgery of Gabriel and what's the name of the girl, the main character.
Emily,
Uh,
Emily, I think.
yeah, Emily. And then the jump scare is just that when they, because the archival footage like sort of handheld camera, and they turn around behind her, and yeah, the behind her is the tumor and the living tumor, and that's just a jump scare. So yeah, it's not a it's scary and concept. I think this is a very scary thing to think about. Very scary visually. It looks disgustingly scary. Um, but it's not a big. It's a shock factor. It's a scare factor, but it's not really a jump scare.
It's more to like, oh god, that's disgusting. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
uh, Mr. Blue Bolt. I wasn't expecting so much clapping and a jump scare
I
list.
mean, we already know Conjuring of the clappings, and then X got the clappings.
You know, clapping is good for the soul.
Clapping
What?
is clapping is good for the soul. There you go. Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, Malignant
We're
Gabriel, right? Yeah, I think it's more of a like, oh god, that is disgusting kind of thing, you know. Not like, yeah. So I don't think it's too scary or anything. I think I would want to go with a C or a D again for this one.
I'll put it. I was thinking at a D.
D? Alright, I agree with that. I agree with a D.
All right, D, because not enough clapping.
Not
So
enough
yeah.
clapping. If only Gabriel comes out clapping, that's an ass tier. He got like tiny little hands on the back of the
Like,
head, just like just
what is
clap.
it? What is it clapping for? Though they're about to kill him in the surgery. Why
He
is it
didn't
clapping?
know what was. Maybe he's just happy to be let out. You know, he got to breathe fresh air for once.
Oh, fair. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's Malignant. That's a D tier. Like, yeah, D tier scene.
Uh-huh.
Now to the next one. Annabelle Creation. The wheelchair and the daylight. Uh, how so? To, how to describe this? So the main girl, what is her name? The girl in the wheelchair, basically, the one
Yeah.
with polio, I think. She was, just chilling in the daylight, on the wheelchair, thinking, oh, everything's fine. And then suddenly her wheelchair kind of like moves a little bit, got nudged. She was like, what is that? And then suddenly, like you see like a hands just like grabbing the grip of the wheelchair and start pushing her into a barn, and then she can't stop it or anything, and yeah, and then throws her into the barn, and then there's like the whole, I think there's a ghost in the barn, and then like as she's like scrambling, oh no, what's happening? And then her friend, I guess, that got possessed kind of like gets her and pukes in her mouth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a while. I didn't remember that it was a friend that was. I thought this was a ghost that's just a spirit that pukes in her mouth. But I
No,
believe
no,
you're right.
yeah, her friend got possessed by the
Okay.
ghost that pukes into her mouth. I'll say this. I want to rate this pretty. I want to rate this as an A, honestly. No, actually, no. I want to rate this as an S. Yeah, mainly because this is the only scene ever to, that is so scary. I pulled my hamstring muscles. Yeah, I was watching this in theater with Ariq that time, and then I thought it was a daylight. There wasn't going to be any ghosts or anything, so I was just like chilling, eating my popcorn, and then yeah, out of nowhere, the wheelchair got dodged and got pushed in. I was so scared. Yeah, I lift up my right legs to cover myself, and I just do
Wait,
it so fast.
you lift
I
up
pulled.
your leg? Why don't you use your hands to cover yourself? Why do you use your
No,
leg?
no, no, not lift up my leg like all the way. It's more like this. you know, like
Um, I'm imagining
lifting.
Calvin doing a yoga pose, like lifting up his leg, covering himself, and like, oh, my hamstring! Didn't know my leg could go up that high.
Yeah, no, it went. My legs went all the way up to like maybe what's this around the chest to cover myself, kind of thing, because I was that scared. But the motion was so fast, I pulled my muscle on that, and then Arik and I was just laughing,
That
trying to hold
really,
our laugh. Yeah.
I don't think the scene scared me to that level, but it definitely scares me, but not to that level.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
you-
honestly, watching it back, it's not that scary. I was just in the theaters. I was just thinking, it's daylight in the day. There isn't going to be any hauntings.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Um, where would you put
So
this?
okay, realistically, I'll put this as a B at least. B or yeah, I'll put it a B or an A. No, I'll put this an A actually.
I'm okay with an A because there are
It's
scary moments in the scene. That there is also the puking scene is kind of a jump scare. Um,
there are two jump scares basically in this
yeah,
one
it's a long
scene.
sequence. It's a long sequence that we're talking
A,
about. This
a
whole
long
sequence.
sequence with two good jump scares, I think. The wheelchair push and then the possessed girl crawling at her and then puking in her mouth. Yeah, I think two
Yeah.
good jump scares in a one scene. Yeah, that deserve an A or an S. I don't think it's an. I don't know. Should it be an S?
Um, I'm gonna defer to you because you have a stronger memory of this, and I'm looking back at the scene.
You know what? Okay, personally, I want to put this as an S. I pulled my muscle watching
You
this. It
pull the
deserves to be an
muscle.
S.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I pu-
and the second jump scare works better than the wheelchair too. But yeah, I'll do that. Let's do it as.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta um ask for surgery because Calvin had to get a surgery for that ham. Did you get a surgery for that hamstring?
No, I mean, like it's just kind of like it cramped up, I guess, or something. I don't know. It hurts. It hurts for a bit. All right, now on to the next one. Uh I just want to be honest on this one. I just put this in out of spite.
Yeah, you gotta explain this because I have no idea. I don't understand.
I put in Annabelle Comes Home, Daniela in general. Uh,
There is no
I,
jump scare relating to her. I'll just say that.
there's no jump scare at all or anything about this. I just really want to put this in the because okay, realistically, I'm never going to mention Annabelle Comes Home in like the next 3 episodes. So I just want to put it out. I just want to put it in this episode, out of spite. I just absolutely hate Daniela as a character in the Annabelle Comes Home movie. Absolutely despise her. She's just doesn't make sense. She's just so dumb. Every time she appears, it's kind of like it's enough of a jump scare to me. It's enough horror just seeing her on screen. Yeah,
Okay, so this is all you. This is
it is all
all
me.
you. Yeah.
It is all me. Out of
I
spite,
think I
I just
know.
want.
I think I know where this is gonna go. But yeah.
I just want to put. I just want out of spite. I just want to put her at F. That's it. My hate is strong in this one. In this specific movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now that's out of the way. Now let's go to an actual horror movie. One that's not out of spite. Black Christmas. Uh Ghost wants a piggyback. That's what it looks like at least.
Ghost once. It doesn't look like that at all. What the hell? Are we talking about the same scene?
Yeah. But so okay.
This
So
is.
from what I saw, all right, similar to the Exorcist 3, the mom, I think that's a mom at least, was just doing mundane, everyday things kind of thing. Just walks by around the house, and then suddenly, as she walks away from the door, the is it a ghost or a creature? Bert?
It's a murder. It's a serial killer.
Oh, it's a serial killer. Oh,
Yeah.
and then yeah, the guy just kind of like runs towards her, not runs, walks quickly towards her and just get pounce on her back, I guess, with a knife or something. That's what I saw at least. Yeah, that's it. That's a jump scare. So
Yeah, it's pretty much the Exorcist scene. As we mentioned this earlier, the Exorcist 3 scene, the exact same scene, but with a serial killer. It's like a character go off screen and goes back on screen, and then the murderer chase after the person and then just like chokes her out. So, um, not as effective as the not Conjuring, the Exorcist scene, in my opinion, but it works the same way. It's the same scene practically. Um, I was thinking this as a C, maybe, or a D even.
yeah, I I think this is more. Where do we put the Exorcist 3?
We put Exorcist 3 at A.
Oh, really? We put it that high?
You
I
want to
don't
lower
think
it?
it. I uh I think this is a C. It still works really well. A classic setup, but I feel like the Exorcist one was done better. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Exorcist one's definitely done better. Again, this one is because it's the exact same thing. Plus, it's darker, so you can barely see it. And they sort of try. Again, they're doing the same scene, but they're sort of hamming up everything, and it's just like kind of cheesy. So yeah,
Yeah.
C,
Yeah, C for cheesy, why not?
C for cheesy, C for Christmas. Come on, you got cheesy, right? They got Christmas there. I still don't
No,
understand why
cheese.
you think piggyback. It's on a ghost too.
Oh, it's not right, it's not a ghost. I thought it was a ghost, alright. um I mean, to be fair, Albert, what I saw is like the guy was the serial killer was going to her back, I guess. That's why I was like, oh, piggyback.
I mean, if a serial killer, you know what? If the creature, if the murderer just like runs out and just like jumps onto the person and like piggyback, that's probably scarier. So yeah,
Honestly, it is, yeah. It probably is scarier if that's the case.
uh,
Okay, now
yeah.
let's go to the next one. Uh, to the babysitter. Behind.
Behind. Oh, I like that. Her name is B, right?
Yeah, the char- the evil character name is B. And then
Babysitter.
yeah, in the Albert, describe the scene as I write down. I want to write down more banners. Describe the scene word.
Yeah, so the main dude who has a babysitter played by Samara Weaving, he just found out that the babysitter and her friends is like sort of crazy cultish. I believe this is the scene right after he found out about their weird experiments in the house of the main kid, and then he's like, oh shit. And then he went up to his room, he tried to escape. Um but then as he's trying to escape, the camera pans and behind him is the girl, the babysitter, and he starts getting drowsy because they drug him. So yeah, the jump scare is when the camera pan and it's out, B is there behind him. So yeah.
I was so proud of myself when I thought of the behind.
Behind.
Yeah, this is
it's
this
uh,
is it's a it's not that good of a jump scare.
it's okay, it's
It's
very
okay.
okay.
It's D. It's still kind of like ooh, oh yeah, but yeah, no, it's a D. It's a D or an F for me. It's not that good.
The only reason this is a jump scare is because they have a sound effect that's
Yeah, that's it.
dang.
That's it.
Aside from that, there's nothing else.
There's no build up to nothing to it. It's just because of the sound. That's it.
It's
You
literally
know.
imagine Avengers Endgame and imagine the portal scene, but instead of on your left, it's dang, and then T'Challa comes out. That is the same exact thing.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you mention it, there's an F tier.
Yeah,
There's
let's
an F
go.
tier.
Uh, all right, it's very lame. So yeah,
It's
let's
very
do that.
lame. Yeah, it's very
Where is
cheap
that?
jump scare. No, no.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. F tier.
All right. Now next one we have from Final Destination, the bus scene. What happened to this one, Albert?
So I've never seen Final Destination. Have you seen? You haven't seen Final Destination 2,
I
have
haven't
you?
seen it either. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently this is the ending sequence. Or is it the opening? I don't remember. Um, but yeah, there's basically the friends are like fighting in in the sidewalk, and then the blonde girl just walked to the middle of the street, trying to cross the street, and then a bus just hits her out of nowhere, and she dies. Moral of the story: don't argue with your friends while you're crossing the road.
I mean, I don't think, and if you're already on the road, look left and right first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, the bus jump scare hitting like that. How I Met Your Mother did it.
Someone got hit by a bus in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, Ted got hit by a bus, and then Barney got
Okay.
hit by a bus.
It's clearly inspired by this scene. Uh,
Probably.
yeah.
Uh, Honestly, the bus suddenly appearing doesn't really do much or anything to me.
No, it does
I,
nothing.
no, this is an F tier. This is an
F
F tier
tier.
for me.
F for Final
Yeah.
Destination. It doesn't do anything. The bus driver should be
No.
fired. Like you shouldn't be going that fast and someone crossing the road.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
yeah,
No,
yeah, pretty
this
much.
an easy F.
Yeah, F tier.
All right, now, and then to the next one here, we have another I guess found footage, right? Not really found footage, I guess. Paranormal Activity, the ending scene. I cannot think of a clever title for this one as well. The ending
Yeah,
scene when yeah, basically they're filming the bedroom footage, and then it's just kind of like the girl got possessed, I guess, and she's like standing weirdly. Not weirdly, she's just standing normally. And then she goes down, there's some kind of sound like a scream, and then the guy wakes up. The possessed girl attacks the guy, and then the possessed girl looks at the camera and then um bites the camera. No?
like she throws the guy to the camera, right? Or did she throw
Mm,
something else to the camera? Because the camera moved.
guess the camera fell, and then yeah.
She throws something. That was the first jump scare. She throws something directly at the camera, so at the first person perspective. And then yeah, and then the girl like sort of like possessed and then like rah, kind of thing to the
Yeah,
camera.
trying to chomp down the camera.
Chom chom once again.
Yep, a
Yeah,
lot of chomping. Nom nom.
chomping.
Nom nom the camera.
No, no, the camera. Yeah.
um, I I think it's a D. The jump scare was lame at the end.
See, the jump scare at the end was bad, but the scare when she's throwing something to the camera, whatever it is, the person or something else, and the camera fell, I thought that's a better jump scare than the ending jump scare. But as a
Uh,
whole, I guess it's
as a
still
whole,
like kind of on the weaker end.
as a whole, I'll put this as C. So the scene itself, I'll give it I'll give it a D. Yeah, the
Okay.
throwing part was good. The ending was pretty lame, so it's a D is good enough, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D seems good. Let's do D.
Okay. Now to the last one before we go to the non-horror again. We have Conjuring. Ghost thinks she is Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
Albert, explain the scene.
Yeah, so the scene is basically I'm guessing wait, is this the scene? Talking about the cabinet lady?
The cabinet scene, yeah. Ghost thinks
Okay.
she's Spider-Man.
So yeah, basically they were I they were just talking in the children's bedroom. They were talking about like how she's seeing a ghost, right, or something, and like there's something above the cabinet, and then like, oh, where is it? I don't see it. And then they pan up, and then above the cabinet, it's like the ghost once again hissing like a cat. Like I think hissing is pretty
What's
scary in horror movie.
I
Uh,
guess so. Yeah.
and then
Um
and then after that, like the lady, not the lady, the ghost like jumps out of the cabinet. There's nothing in this scene describes Spider-Man to me. I don't know what kind of Spider-Man you've been watching.
the only reason I put down Spider-Man is because she's on a cabinet and she's like on all fours kind of thing. Like you know how Spider-Man kinda is like perch on the building.
I've never seen him on top of a cabinet and then jumping on and hissing and jumping onto someone.
He doesn't have to be a cabinet. Think of a building he's on that he's just squatting on. Like that's a cabinet.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
it looks like. Yeah, and then just
Yeah,
jumping
keep
onto a
going.
bad
Keep
guy.
going. Yeah, I want to see this in the next Spider-Man Tom Holland movie. Him standing on top of something, and then there is like, oh no, where is Spider-Man? We don't know where he is. And then the camera pans up and like, oh, Spider-Man! And then Spider-Man's like, inside the mask like hissing, and just jumps onto the camera like, and that's the end of the film.
Yes, Albert. That's definitely what Spider-Man will do if it was a horror
Yeah.
movie.
Oh my god. The scene's good. The scene's iconic. I think. Um, the jump scare is not as scary as a clap clap, and that's
No, it's not.
Conjuring. So
It's not.
I gotta compare that. I'm thinking a C or a D. I think a C just because the visually it looks pretty scary, and the
Yeah, I
jump
can
is
agree
also
with
like,
that.
ooh, creepy.
Spider-Man like. No? No? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it's a C.
yeah. So C.
Yeah, C.
Okay.
I thought the Spider-Man thing was pretty spot on. Alright, now let's go into the non-horror part again. Uh, Continuing from the last one, we talked about Harry Potter. Now let's talk about more Harry Potter. This time, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of
Ooh,
Azkaban. The
yeah.
Professor Trelawney's prediction scene.
Mhm.
Albert, go
So
ahead. Is
yeah,
there
this
hand
is the
gripping in this
prisoner
one?
of. Yes, actually, very firm hand gripping indeed. So
Oh,
this is in the
okay.
Prisoner of Azkaban. This is after the divination, or basically like future forecasting. What's not forecasting? What's the word for it? It's divination. It's like seeing the future kind of thing, like trying to read the tea leaves. So that's after that class. Harry decides to go back up to the class because he wants to return something to the teacher, to the classroom, and he returns it, and then suddenly didn't realize it, and Professor Trelawney grips Harry from on the shoulders and turn him around and start hissing as well, and it's like, oh, and then start chanting like some the grim is coming for you, blah blah blah. Um, but yeah, it's, you know, the gripping is not as sexual as the hand in the Chamber of Secrets. Would be inappropriate for a teacher to be gripping very sexually towards like Harry's like what 13 in this film, or 14. So that's fair. But yeah, he gripped the shoulders and like turned him around like, phew. Like Harry's like, oh no, Professor, what's going to happen? And then Professor is like, watch out, the curses come. I don't remember the scene, but yeah, but it's like he's like warning Harry about like, watch out, the death is coming for you. So yeah, but yeah, that is a scene. What do you think?
Oh, wait, where was the jump scare again? When Professor Trelawney like grip
turn
Harry's
him turn
shoulder?
turn him around and starts like saying like saying the chanting.
Where was the other Harry Potter we put in? We put it as an F or a D, right? I think
The other Harry Potter
the hand
is,
gripping one. I think that's an. Did we put it an F?
yes, we put it as an F. Do you think this one is worse?
It's on the same level. I think this is also an F.
Yeah, you know what? The hand grip is not as firm.
It's
Minus
not as
points.
firm. It's weak hand grip now. No,
Yeah,
I don't mess with weak hand grip. No.
yeah. Trelawney needs to go to the Harry Potter School of Hand Gripping as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, F. Not enough. Not a firm grip.
Not
So
enough. Not enough gripping.
enough gripping. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Miss Samelstein in the chat here said it is bothering me that Kelvin is messing up the banner grammar.
You know what? I noticed that too, but I didn't want to bring it up.
Hey, I'm trying to think of a title on the spot quickly. All right, give me some slack, man.
Yep,
And
it's
then
fine. It's fine.
as I'm writing, I have to listen to what Albert is saying.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sorry. But yeah, alright. To the next one here we have from se- seven seven. or also known as Seven. Um, the scene when the sloth wakes up. Yeah. What is even this scene?
Yeah.
What?
Have you seen this film?
Yeah, I've watched it. I've watched it.
Yeah, so like the slot victim is like tied down to the bed, and like they thought it was dead, and it turns out the slot victim is alive, and it surprised like the cops and the
It's really just that, isn't
um
it?
yeah, just that.
uh, I think when I watched it,
It's
it's pretty
okay.
good. It's pretty good. I think I'm just because of the visual as well of how the sloth looks, how disgusting it looks.
Disgusting, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's at least a C. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, between a C or a B. I guess it's probably a C, right?
I want to put it as a C.
It's closer to a C probably. Yeah. I have no other comment except like it's good. It's a decent
Eh,
scene.
It's a
So
decent
yeah.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. That's 7. Yeah. There you go. That's the sloth wakes up scene. And now the next one. All right. The next few one is just going to be. It's just movies that I got scared in. So first one we have Avengers Endgame. Hook no stairs. Yeah. It's the scene when they're already able to get the Tesseract, I think, in the
Yeah,
briefcase and everything, and
in
then
2012 timeline.
yeah, in the 2012 timeline, they already got the Tesseract. The Tony Stark that was already like walking. All he has to do is walk away, and then suddenly Hulk just coming out of the stairs like, ugh, angry. I Hulk no like stairs. Maybe he says something like that, and then yeah,
He did something,
it,
say
that
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, that's the jump scare basically when the Hulk comes out of nowhere. um, that I lost like a handful of popcorns from that.
I remember you telling me this. You lost half of you lost a lot of popcorns. Like you shake your popcorns in the air.
Yeah, I shake my popcorn pretty violently when this scene happened because I was moving my arms and I was also moving my legs, and just it's double movement. Yeah, dropped a lot of my popcorns on that one. And the funny thing is, like in the whole theater, I was the only one scared.
You know what?
I think like
That's
the
kind of
random next
odd.
the random next to me was like looking at me like, what the fuck?
That's kind of odd because I think it is a legitimate jump scare. I definitely got a bit of a jump scare, and I know I'm not the only one in my theater. But the fact that no one else in your theater got the jump scare is kind of weird.
Oh, I'm not the weird one. Yes. But yeah, I think this is an effective one. Out of nowhere, like there was a setup of it back before, right? When Hulk was going to go into the theater, but
To the
going to
theater.
to the lift, to the
Mhm.
elevator, but they tell him to take the stairs. There was a setup for that, but I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that to pay off, And when it came out, it just whoa, shook it. I'll put this at least. I think it's a good one. This is a B out of nowhere.
I think it's a pretty solid. I also agree. I think it's pretty solid. Even I'm leaning. I wouldn't be against A as well. I think it's good because again, you sort of see it coming. It's not out of nowhere. You know the Hulk is coming, but you don't know that it's going to be a jump scare moment. And the Hulk just like it's really loud too. I remember it being loud in theater
Is it
when
that loud? I don't
when he
remember it.
smacked the door, and because the Hulk roars directly, right? Yeah, and it's an effective jump scare. Tony Stark probably have a concussion after that. Like if you get smacked by Hulk by a door that's opened by Hulk with full rage, you probably get concussed. Um,
Probably, yeah.
but yeah, and also we've been mentioning this throughout the whole episode. If there is no grip, then what's the point? Tony Stark needs to grip that Tesseract, dude. He needs to be gripping that briefcase really strong.
That is true.
He lost the events of Loki happen, Kang the Conqueror, the multiverse of everything is happening because Tony Stark didn't grip the briefcase strong enough. So it's all his fault. No, he doesn't grip it. He can't grip it.
Uh, I think one thing that we can take away from this episode so far, you gotta grip. You gotta have a strong grip, guys. You
Gotta
know.
have a strong grip in life. Anything,
Yeah,
whatever.
like okay, like what I would say, Tony Stark didn't have a strong grip, and look at where the MCU is now. Broken multiverse. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You gotta
all
you got you,
because of a weak grip.
you gotta have a good grip to prevent the universe from shattering.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. So that's a solid B, right?
yeah, that's a B.
Yeah, that's a solid B. Okay, on to the next one from Kong Sky Island, the eye opener. This is a scene when the Brie Larson's and Tom Hiddleston like group just was like, I think they just reached the island or something, right? I, right, Albert? Do you remember?
It's like shortly after they reach the island, yeah, or
Yeah, yeah,
exploring something
yeah.
around exploring the island, yeah.
They're exploring the island basically, and then like as they're walking cautiously, and then like Brie Larson wanted to take like a picture of something, and then like turns out she's like aiming her camera, she's pointing her camera at the native of of the Skull Island, and then the native just kind of like it's camouflaged to the wall, right? And the native just opens the eye. Open- that scared me. That really scared me. Yeah, that's about it. The eye opening. That's jump scare.
Yeah.
What's your thought? What's your take on this, Bert? Where would you put this?
See, when you were mentioning the Avengers Endgame and no one reacted, I was like, that's weird. And in this scene, when if you told me that no one reacted, I was like, that checks out. This scene wasn't scary at all. I think I watched this with you, right? Or did I not? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
we were watching with Arik as well. I think. Yeah.
And I swear, you were the only one who got scared. I think you lost all of your popcorns. Not only half, I think
No,
you
no,
lost
no.
all of your popcorns.
I
It's
did
like
not lose
you
my
were like,
popcorn that day.
no!
No, that did not happen. I did not scream like that or
You were
wave
like,
my arms like a
no!
muppet. That did not happen, Albert.
You were doing the goofy like yodeling like throwing your popcorns in the air. Um,
Maybe that happened, but I am sure I have what the chat called it a BGE, big grip energy on my popcorn that day.
I'm sorry, none of your popcorn spill. You grip every single kernel one by one. Um, no, but this scene isn't that scary. And I watch it back. I was like, okay, maybe it is scary. But I look it back, like it wasn't really though. It's like just like you're literally scared of a human blinking.
It's not blinking, it's opening the eye, Albert. It's
It's
scary.
reverse blinking.
Reverse blinking. Isn't reverse blinking just blinking?
Well, blinking starts with opening, closing, then opening again. And this one is just from closing to opening. So a half reverse blink. Um,
I guess.
but
Uh,
it wasn't that scary. I don't think it was that scary, but you
it
were
it's
terrified.
different,
It
man, when you watch
it
it on
changed
YouTube and in cinema.
it changed your life. Uh,
Probably, yeah.
uh,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know, dude.
honestly though, but yeah, that was my first encounter with this. Watching it back, yeah, it's not that scary. I don't know why I got really scared.
You were too immersed in the film. You were
I mean,
too focused.
it was kind of like a tense thing, you know. They're all very cautious, and then Brie Larson takes up the camera, and then that happened. That's scary. I'll tell you, man. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna. Okay, realistically, I'm going to put this at least as a C. I was gonna disagree and put this as an F.
Um, I want to put it at an F. Although I gotta, you know what? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on the phone. Um, I was looking at my phone. I was like, I feel like there was a certain memory that I have with this, and yeah, I found it. This is um everyone. If you see on my phone, I'm showing. This is taken. This selfie was taken March 10th, 2017, and I looked up
Oh God,
Kong
what
Skull
is
Island
this?
release date. March 10th, 2017. This is moments before the incident, before Kelvin got scared. This is us three before watching Kong Skull Island. This is before
Oh
we
my
know that
God.
Kelvin's. This is before we know Calvin's life will be changed forever. So
Oh man, that picture of me, guys. That was an unscarred Kelvin right there.
and this is Calvin. This is the scarred Calvin afterward.
Look at that face. Absolutely horrified.
Absolute terror. But yeah, I was like, I knew, I'm pretty sure I had a picture. I don't know if it is the same date. And I look up the date, it's the same exact release date. So I was like, it has to be. I know we watched it together. So yeah, that was March 10th, 2017, right there. But yeah, it's an F tier, dude. This is an F tier.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? It's an F tier, sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
There we go.
oh, all right. Now let's move on to the next one. We have like this one's kind of cheating, honestly. It's right. The Star Wars: The Force Awakens when Finn pops up. It's it's kind of it's kind of cheating, I guess, because I don't think I got scared in the movie, but I got scared because of a teaser, right? Yeah,
Yes. So, because I have the same memory as you of like, okay, the teaser is a jump scare, sort of Finn just popping out of nowhere. But then we saw the movie because we cannot find a clip on YouTube, and we saw the movie. We tried to find it, and then it was like, okay, we know this is the scene, but it wasn't treated as a jump scare at all because you saw Finn beforehand, and then Finn literally like super quickly comes out, and there was like no jump scare sound or anything. It's like super calm, super monotone, like nothing was happening, like it's an actual regular scene. But in the teaser, they made it into a jump scare. So yeah, that is. But we decided to include that anyway in here.
I mean we already wrote it down and we don't want to remove it, so might as well put it in.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a cheat on this one. The teaser trailer was the scary part. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Basically, in the teaser, if you guys don't remember, it's like I think it's like the opening of the teaser. They just kind of show like a random desert. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's happening here? And then suddenly Finn just like pops out from the screen, like, whoa.
And also, I gotta say this. I was looking at this actual scene and the
Yeah.
trailer scene. And in the trailer scene, it starts off in the desert and the camera stays there for a good like 6, 7 seconds. In the movie, the camera stays in the desert for like 2 seconds tops, maybe even 1 second, and Finn comes out directly. So in the teaser, it seems like they pause the movie for like 6, 7 seconds, and then they play it again, and they make Finn come out with like a noise like doing, and yeah. So the noise isn't really like doing. I don't know why I said doing, but it's like a boom noise kind of thing. But yeah, so
Um.
fun fact, yeah, they paused the scene in the train and teaser.
Yeah. I got jump scared by this teaser. I'm not gonna lie. Um. To be fair, that time when this teaser was out, this was like it was playing as a pop-up kind of thing, as an ad, on a random website. When I was just scrolling by, I was like, oh, what's this desert? And then I had my earphone on that time, and it was like the sound just came out, and I was like, I jumped from my chair. Yeah, that happened. So the Star Wars, the Force Awakens teaser, I'll put it as a solid B. I got scared. A solid B.
See, are we okay? So are we counting this as a teaser or the movie? Because the movie is an F. It's not a jump scare at all. But if it's a
I'm
teaser, then
counting
it's
the
different.
teaser. I'm counting the
Okay,
teaser.
that's weird. But where did you
I'm
put it?
breaking the rules on this one.
Where did you put it?
I'll put it as a solid B.
Wow, that's really high. I if
Yes.
it's a teaser, even I would just do a C at tops.
Okay, we can go with C.
Yeah, I think we gotta go to the lower end because again, the movie doesn't really do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Also C for cheating. uh, uh, yeah, pretty much
so
that,
yeah,
I
let's
guess.
let's let's see that.
A bit of a cheat there with the teaser.
Yeah.
All right. Now, next one we have what's this one? From MCU Multiverse of Madness, this sewer trouble.
Sewer
Uh,
trouble.
explain the scene over.
Yeah, this is in Earth. What Earth is this? I don't remember. 846, 8 something. I don't know. The alternate Earths, the Illuminatis. Wanda, spoiler by the way, for Madness. Wanda have killed all the Illuminati members except for Barramundo because he never got killed. But yeah, she killed all the Illuminati members. And Doctor Strange and Kristen Palmer and America Chavez is running away. They're in a sewer blockage kind of thing, and they were waiting because Wanda is chasing them, and then suddenly Wanda appears out of nowhere from the side, sort of like sliding into her DMs as well, a little bit of sliding, and so that there was a jump scare moment, and everyone's like, ah, because Wanda's there. So yeah,
Yeah. Uh, and the theaters was pretty good.
it's pretty
I think
solid.
it's very
Yeah,
solid. Yeah. I'll I'm thinking of
I
a
think
B.
this is definitely better than the Finn jump scare.
This is better than the Finn jump scare. It's not a C. That's for sure. I think it's a
Yeah,
B.
you know to
I think
be
it's a B. I don't think it's an A. There's no
no,
way it's
because
an
I
S.
see, because I think the tension is good. But the
Hmm.
jump scare, I thought the Hulk smash was even a little bit more jump scary just because of the noise.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because
I thought
I,
the
w- I was
sound
I was
from it was
looking
something
back I
pretty
was looking
good.
back at the scene,
Yeah.
and they don't, when the jump scare happened, you don't see Wanda, but it's sort of like you saw like a super close up, unclear whatever you're looking at, and then the scare factor is sort of like you look at the Doctor Strange and Chavez like screaming.
That
Because
is true,
you
I
saw like
guess.
a black silhouette of like sort of like unseen ghost. It looks like a ghost because of like the long hair silhouette, and then yeah. So I don't know, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's tied with Hulk. A B then yeah,
I'll give it a B. Yeah,
yeah,
B.
let's do B. Let's do B. There you go.
Okay. All right. Now to the next one we have from the movie called Enemy. Enemies. Yeah, seriously. Like what I typed down, seriously, what the fuck is this? I really don't know what to say. Um I don't even oh, this is the ending of the movie, right? So
Yes, this is the last scene of the movie, and it cuts the credits.
last scene of the movie, like Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, right? Yeah, I was
Yep.
like, I don't know, is he happy or Albert? Take this away. I haven't watched the movie yet.
Is he happy? Um,
I don't know.
so in the end of the movie, he was basically just talking to his girlfriend, I believe, or his friend. Um, and like just talking like, hey, so you want to do something? And then the friend doesn't reply at all, and he's like, hey, so what do you think? And then he goes around the apartment to find the person, and he looks, and it's just a giant tarantula, like literally a giant tarantula in the corner of the room, like scared of him, like sort of like, oh no, I'm scared, I'm in the corner. um,
What?
the tarantula doesn't say that, but the body language sort of like, I'm scared, and then it cuts to black.
Yeah, like what I said. WTF was that? No freaking idea, man.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's not. I don't think it's a jump scare. It's just a very very odd scene.
It
I'm
is.
gonna put this as an F. Like maybe because I'm not scared of spider. Maybe that's why. But
If it's a frog, if
eh,
it's a giant
okay, that's
frog
a
in the
different story.
corner.
That's a different story, Albert.
Okay. So
If
F.
that was the case, it would be like an S tier. I think this an F. This is an
You
F.
know what? Especially if the frog is like ribbit, it'll probably like
Ribbit and
ribbit. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's fair. It's a question mark. It's weird. It's not that scary. It's like what the hell. So yeah,
yeah, like what was that? Like, why would you include this without any explanation whatsoever?
yeah, yeah.
All right. I get to the next one here. Meet Joe Black. The a car crash scene again. Yeah, car crash scene again. Um, you like this scene, Albert? Why don't you
I
go
love
ahead?
this scene. I don't understand this scene. I love this scene. I don't know what this movie is. I have never seen it. But basically, Brad Pitt, he's like parting ways with a girl that he's talking to. Maybe it's a significant other or a friend. I don't know. But they were just like in the sidewalk. They were in the. I'm guessing it looks like New York or something. He was like just in the sidewalk talking to the girl. It's like, all right, bye bye. So and he goes one way, the girl goes the other way, and then he turns around and the girl's still walking. And then he after that he turns around again, and he walks again, and the girl turns around and looks at him, and he's still walking, and then so the girl turns around, go the other way again. So they keep on turning around at different instants, trying to see if the other like stop walking, but they just turn around at different times. And eventually, Brad was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go then." And he goes, he keeps going, and then suddenly, he almost got hit by a car, and then he dodged it. I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" He almost got hit by a car, and then suddenly he actually got hit by a car, and he flew into the air, and he got hit by another car as he was in the air. So he got hit twice by a car in the same sequence, in a very weird, because it looks like the way everything leading up to it feels like a rom-com, sort of like, oh, they will they, won't they? They're walking, and then suddenly at the end of the scene, he got like ping pong by a bunch of cars. So yeah, it's really weird, and I absolutely love the absurdity, and I kind of want to watch a film because of it. Yeah, it's it's weird as hell.
It's just because it's got okay as a jump scare. It's just on the same level as the Final Destination one. It's not scary. It's an F. Uh, b- but the comedy though, but the comedy of this, because it got because yeah, like you said, he got ragdolled many times, ping pong by the car. That makes it funny.
Yeah,
So, oh, I want to put this higher than the Final Destination one, but that's
just sort of the idea of the ping pong aspect
yeah,
of
the
it,
idea of it. But
and like I know
this is
that's
still an F though. It's still an F, I think.
that's
Well,
you know what? See, I want to put it at a D because of like the
the
Final
ping pong.
Destination one is an F because it's a horror movie. You sort of expect that.
Yeah, that's true
Based on
actually.
what I saw in this, and I don't know what the actual genre of actually, let's see, Meet Joe Black. What the actual genre is. It again, it looks like okay, it's a romance fantasy film. So based on that genre, you don't expect someone to get hit by a car twice in the same sequence and getting fling around literally. So I'm like, it's like shit. What the hell? So yeah, I want to put it at a D.
Yeah, yeah, understandable. All
It
right, sure.
resonates with you. It
Yeah,
resonates
it
with
resonates with me. Yeah. Uh. All right, so now. Oh, we have a special one for this. Now, for the next one, this is the movie of movies right here.
well,
I
movie
think
of
we all know what's
movies.
happening.
Could it
This is a
be?
movie of movies, man.
Copyright.
Oh yeah.
So we don't get copyrighted.
Alright, we have to talk over this, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Morbius scene when Milo is dancing to this song right now that's playing.
For the audio listeners, Kelvin is doing a backflip right now. He's dancing,
Oh
handstand.
yeah,
He's still commentary
definitely.
while doing a handstand. Impressive stuff. You gotta want to
Yeah,
watch
as
it.
as you do, as you do, as you do. But yeah. Alright, yeah, I mean this scene, man, it's like he was just dancing. He was just dancing, to this song. It's like he's so vibing to this. You're getting into it. You're like, yeah, okay. Then out of nowhere, he morphed.
He
You
morphs.
know? Yeah, he morphs. He turns to a vampire. Ugh! I was like, whoa. All right, this movie got everything. Morbius got everything. So yeah, that definitely counts as a jump scare, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought that during a have sex moment, he do a jump scare? It's like, whoa, that is so shocking. That I
Yeah.
don't know where that come from. You know, and
Exactly. So
even the scene as a whole, as soon as the have sex song starts, it's like, whoa, that is shocking. I did not see that coming. That scares me. Like, what is this sequence of dancing? You
and the
know?
most important thing, it resonates with you. It's stuck with you. You remember this scene. So yeah. So I don't know, Albert. What's your takeaway for Milo's dancing scene? I'm at a loss here. The dance that Albert, you're muted.
I kind of want to
Albert,
hear from you first, Calvin. I want to hear where you would rank this. You know, I know you. I know
all
you
right, all right.
love this. I know you love the scene. You watch it on a. It's a. You watch this every night to inspire you. You
Every
know,
morning I wake up, I watch this scene. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
to
gonna go
start
out
my to start your
to
day.
start the
You know,
day.
it's like
Hmm
that is my motivation for the day.
I mean, the whole scene, the dancing, it's so captivating, and then the jump scare out of nowhere, that was good. So, so this is like probably one of the best thing ever. It definitely deserves the lucrative F.
Oh my god! I thought you were really gonna go with S. Um,
Twist. There you go. Yeah, are you going to go with S, Albert?
uh, no, I'm not gonna go with S. Um, I'll go with F as well. It's not a good jump scare. If we're being serious, it's not a good jump
It's
scare.
not.
Although something that did make me jump is if you've never looked up the lyrics to this song, look it up. It will make you jump. I guarantee it will make you jump. I do not understand the lyrics, but it was insane. So,
Yeah, honestly, the lyrics for this song is bizarre to say the least. What's the title of the song? Let me look it up. I want to read parts of it.
isn't the song called Have Sex?
Probably, yeah. Oh no, there's a different one.
But yeah, no, it's
uh okay, wait, let me. Oh, never mind. I can't find it. But yeah,
but it's like falafel, awful, awful. It's like it's something
yeah, we
along those
watched the one
lines.
on YouTube. I think the one with the lyrics. My God. Wait, is that the actual lyrics or is that just like a misheard lyrics?
It's probably a misheard lyrics.
Should
When
be right. Yeah.
it's it's probably I don't know if it's an actual lyrics or not.
I-
Um,
if it is the actual lyric, that's a modern day Dr. Seuss right there. But yeah, all right.
yeah.
That's more.
It's like poop my pants, poop my pants, my pants, or something.
I
But
remember there's a lot of pooping in
I'm
it.
pretty sure that's not the actual lyrics. So yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for Morbius, the dancing Milo scene. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, yeah.
Uh,
So that's that for Morbius. Lucrative F tier. Alright, now let's move on to the final non-horror movie. Jump scare on our list from the scariest movie of all time. It's about cannibalism. Yeah, Clifford. So yeah, there's Albert, you're muted.
Clifford from the
There,
Big Red Dog from last year.
yeah, Clifford, yeah. um, there's a scene in the Clifford movie, the newest one, of Clifford was like clicking another dog, and then it just kind of like chomps, just like nom nom nom, this little dog
Just eats it whole.
just eats it out of nowhere, just like licks. Oh, tasty. What?
It's
Yeah,
fucked up, dude. It's messed up.
it's pretty messed up. Honestly, it's pretty messed up. I don't think the dog survived out of the intestine afterwards, so we don't know the fate
I
of the
don't
dog
think
at
so.
least. Pretty sure it's dead,
Yeah.
but yeah. It's just the pure out of nowhere of this jump scare, of like and like imagine bringing your kid who love dogs, and like watching Clifford the Big Red Dog, and it's like, oh, that's a small dog. I can relate to that. That's traumatizing for the kids.
Can relate to that. No, you're right.
that's
You're right.
that's traumatizing to the kids. So I, yeah, very much that. That's my take on it. How about Albert?
Yeah, it's pretty traumatizing. You wouldn't expect that from Clifford. It's kind of messed up that they do that. Even every character in the scene is like, what just happened? we gotta stop what we're doing. We gotta discuss this. So it's messed up. But yeah, it's an
Yeah,
F. It's an F. It's not that
is
scary.
it?
It doesn't.
It's not.
It's more like a jump startle. You know, it's not a jump scare. It's a startling move.
It's a start though. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Clifford, right there. So
Clifford.
is that the last non-horror movie?
That's the last non-horror movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
we
No, I
still
mean
we still got.
Clifford should have been branded as a horror movie after that. It should have been R-rated. Should have been marketing as a horror movie. And after that
Dude,
sequence,
that's why Clifford is.
it's a mismarketed myth. It's a mismarketed
That's
film
that, that's why Clifford is red. You know, like Deadpool say,
for the
you don't have to
blood.
wash the. You don't have to shower.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have to shower after like biting another animal or humans. You know, this is that. It's that simple. Yeah. Uh,
Exactly.
all right. Yeah. So that's that for the non-horror list. So now let's go into the last part here of the horror parts again. All right. So first of all, let's start. We left off with Conjuring. Now let's go with Conjuring 2, the second movie. Uh, this is the one with I think one of the scariest one. So the Valak painting scene. Yeah. Uh,
Mhm.
how do Albert describe it?
There's like two Valak jump scares. We picked the
Okay.
one where I think this is the first time we see Valak, and they are like panning around the room, and they saw, and I think Vera Farmiga's character, what's the name? Um,
Uh, Lorraine.
Lorraine Warren. She was in the room
Yeah.
because she's the one who can see the ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like seeing the room, and she's like seeing shadow in the room and everything. The shadow moving, and then the shadow moved behind a painting of the nun of Valak, and then the painting just starts like the hands come out behind the painting, and then the painting just like runs towards her in the Valak form, and that was pretty scary. Um,
It's not pretty scary. It's pretty horrifying, honestly. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
it's yeah, it's a good scare. I think it's a pretty good scare. It scared me definitely.
yeah. I think that scene really got me. I think that's an S tier scene. Yeah. I think that's an
Yeah,
S tier scene. Just like the
it's
way
good. It's good. It's really good.
like the build up to it is also great because we see Lorraine was already obviously kind of like second guessing herself kind of thing, and then like we get to see like shadows slowly walking by to the painting, and then like the hands creeping out, and then yeah, and then like the speed of how Valak just moves towards Lorraine. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. He definitely did not skip Black Day for that sprint. So yeah.
Wallach, Wallach. So we talk about Candyman doing lunges. You think Valak is the actual one that's actually doing lunges for the leg day?
I think so. Yeah, she just yeah. I think so. Valak's strong jumper, I guess. Strong runner, strong jumper. Just athletic all around. I think we should do like next year we should do like top no ranking the most athletic ghosts and demons. Yeah.
The most athletic
Uh,
goes in the. But yeah, but that's fair. We got okay, so we got Valak.
we got Valak.
Freddy Krueger runs a lot. Okay, no,
Mhm.
he's not. He's well, I guess he's is he a demon? Yeah, he sort of is. Um, like those demon like Pazuzu, they only possess people. They're pretty lazy. They use other people,
Lazy.
so that's not.
Mhm.
But like Pennywise, he dances around. That's pretty athletic. We got, I think we got a good subject there. We got those athletic
Yeah,
ghosts and
I
demons.
think that's something to look forward to next year. Most athletic ghosts and demons. Something to look forward to. So yeah,
Yeah,
Conjuring 2.
possibility.
Yeah, Conjuring 2, the Valak painting scene. I think that's S tier. Albert,
Yep,
agree? Yes.
yep, hundred
Yeah, there you
percent.
go. Okay, now
You only had
let's
four
go.
S tier so far. Damn. Okay.
Dude, we have very high standard
We have
right
very
now.
high standards. There is one in here that I know is gonna be an S tier, and I'm gonna champion for it. So we'll see.
All
What's
right,
next,
all
Kelvin?
right. Next, we have one of my favorite movie, Cabin in the Woods, The Wolf in the Box. It's when the two character, the girl I forgot her name, Diana or something like that. and Shaggy was like in the in the box when they first got into the box, I guess the prison thing, and then like they were like, oh, where is this and everything, and then suddenly the werewolf just comes out from the shadows, I guess, and then pouncing at the window. No, I don't know, the containment. Yeah, that's a jump scare. Yeah, basically that. So Albert, what do you think of this?
I didn't thought the scene was that scary. I didn't even remember the
Huh?
scene until you bring it up. The jump scare is a solid jump scare. Um, but I didn't remember this really, but I think it's a good jump scare for the moment. Like just like boom and then that's it, right? It
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
and
I guess
goes.
so. Yeah, it comes and goes really quickly. Just very decent. D for decent. That's for me. D
D
tier.
for decent. Oh, you're putting it at a D?
Yeah, yeah. Would you put it higher?
I was thinking of a C, but I guess a D makes sense.
D.
No,
I mean,
not B as in boy. D as in
D. Yeah, D as in dog. I
as
guess.
for the big red dog. Because like it is
What?
pretty tense, and then like the wolf did jump out. Yeah, I'm looking at the scene again. Yeah, I'm indifferent. If you want to do D, we do D.
I want to go with D.
Okay, let's go D.
Yeah.
D for dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. D for dog. That's a good one.
All right. What we got next?
All right. On to the next one we have from the movie Zombieland, The Undead Neighbor. Basically Jesse Eisenberg character got lucky with a girl, with the neighbor, I think, and
Yep.
then they sleep together on a sofa, and then in the morning the girl is a zombie, and then the jump scare is like when I guess she just kind of like
Yeah. When
slides
when he when
slides into
when
the
he
DM.
when he turned around and see her the first time around and she's already a zombie form, there was a jump scare like, oh shoot, she was not zombie
Yeah, I
before.
guess so.
Like this
Yeah,
is, I mean, this is the girl was played by Amber Heard. So yeah, it is not far
that's the
from
joke
reality.
somewhere.
It's not far from reality when this happens. Like, oh shit, that is scary. If you wake up one day and you see Amber Heard next to you, that's like, oh, you gotta get out.
Especially with what she left on the bed.
Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh god, yeah.
Uh,
Uh, but yeah, it's it's a mid jump scare, I
it's
think.
mid, yeah. It's mid. Nah, yeah. There's the borderlining on F, honestly, for me.
Yeah, it's a D borderline F for me. Again, in the movie, it's probably closer to a D. In real life, if we turn around and see Amber Heard in our bed doing something that we don't, God forbid, to talk about, that was probably like an S. That's horrifying. But yeah, in this movie, it's probably a D. So
Yeah,
we're doing D.
yeah. I want to go for D on this one.
Sounds good. So that's D.
Yeah. All right. So now the next one we got from same movie here. Nightmare. No, not the same movie. I mean like Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, the Nan scare. Um, explain this scene, Albert.
It's Nancy, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I
Uh,
just want to make it rhyme.
oh, with what?
I mean like no, I mean like the ending is.
Scare and
Oh
Nance
wait!
does
Oh my
not.
God! I'm so dumb. I was thinking of scares.
Oh my god. Okay. Um, but yeah, this
I
is
need
the
sleep.
sequence where she wakes up from her dream, and she thought she was safe, and turns out Freddy has come to the real world and is like behind her and starts chasing her. So the jump scare is just like, oh, Freddy's behind me, ah, and this Freddy's like, I'm gonna get you, ooh. So yeah,
This I want to rate this about the same as the behind one. It's not that good. You're muted.
I think it's better than the behind.
Yeah, it's better, but it's not much better. Yeah,
Cause like sorta the behind one I sorta saw coming. This one I didn't see it coming. And the scare is better because the sound is done better and Freddy actually is like "Rah!" and all while behind is just standing there with just the
I guess so.
noise.
Yeah,
Where
I
the hell
guess
did we put
so.
the behind?
Then put an F, didn't we?
Yeah, this shouldn't be an F, man.
Yeah,
I wanna
D. I'll put it as a D. I don't think it's that good.
really
Yeah, I don't think it's that good. Well, where do you want to put it? Where do you want to put
um
it?
I was thinking
B?
C. I was thinking a
Oh, okay.
C. Like
Uh, yeah, I can go with a C. I can go with a C.
I think it's a good decent jump scare. Yeah, let's do C.
All right.
All right. So
Okay,
yeah.
and then again with Nightmare on Elm Street, we got the gripping of a mom.
Mom, yeah, you got a grip set. This one is in the ending of the movie, the final scene of the movie, when you thought Freddy is all dead. Turns out Freddy is still alive. We saw him in the car form, running, taking Nancy and her friends away. We saw the kids jumping, singing the one, two, Freddy's coming for you. And then Freddy just comes out of the window with that strong grip, not even using just his claws. He used his whole arm, the forearm, the
It's a good
biceps.
form.
It's gripping the mom with the full whole arm and grabs her through the door. Um, so in terms of gripping technique, like that's like an S. That's like a real. I've never seen anyone grip someone with the whole arm. Usually you see
I
grip with
mean,
just the hand.
that's the thing. He gotta get creative. He can't really grip because of his how his
It,
fingers
it,
are.
it will kill them directly. Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't want that. So he is thinking creatively here on how to have a strong grip with hands like that. So that's a solid grip, I think. Yeah, a whole forearm grip. That's like a wrestler move right there. So I like it. I like that form.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's a good gripping form. And I also don't see this coming in the context of the film. I think it's a good jump scare. I don't know if it's better than the previous one. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not. Uh,
Better or
I
worse
think
the
it's
same?
I think it's worse. I think it's worse. I think it's
That's fair.
worse. Yeah. So I'll put the
You know what?
tier below.
This reminds me sort of the same as the Jason coming out of the water scene in Friday the 13th. Sort of like last minute, you're like, "Rah."
Actually, that's true. Yeah, like last minute, like a hand comes out to grab someone. Yeah, yeah, that's true. All right. So where would you want to put this?
Or you said D, right?
I said B,
Did you said D or B?
D.
Okay, I'm fine with D.
Yeah, I'll put it D. D. All right. So I guess what's the next one we have? All right, next one from Nightmare on Elm Street. Now we'll jump into the boy, the head tilter. It's a head tilting scene of Albert. Explain the scene. I honestly I don't really understand which scene. I saw
There is
I saw what you mean. I saw the
there
scene
is a
already.
particular scene where what's her Lauren Cohen's character is just like approaching the boy. This is Brahms the boy, the porcelain boy. Um, and he's approaching the boy, and then the boy is like tilting the head of the boy, and then after the tilt of the head, suddenly the boy is just like ding ding, like stares to the camera
The
zoom,
head tilts back.
his health tilts back, and that is the jump scare moment. It's so dumb, and I love it.
That's the only reason it's here. It's so dumb that we love it. That's why it's here.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
honestly, it's probably a better jump scare than some of the F tiers, just because it's like so dumb and it's like it zooms in the way the head's gonna tilt back. You know it's coming. It's like, but the way the head tilts and the way the camera moves makes it like kind of funny.
yeah, I agree. Like the way it's zoomed into the face of the doll and everything. Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
You wanna do a D or an F?
Uh, I want to do. I'm gonna put this in F. Screw that. It's
Yeah,
just a
that's
head
fine.
tilt. It's just a head tilt, Albert.
You don't think the head tilt is scary at all?
No, I don't think so.
Don't you? Don't you? Aren't you scared whenever you tilt someone's head? Aren't you afraid of that person's head tilting back?
uh, not really. Maybe. I'm not too sure on that.
You've never tilt someone's head before.
I don't think I've tilted someone's head before. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. I guess that's that for the boy. It's very dumb. All right. Next one from the movie Cyberbully. There's a ghost virus here. So what? Actually, Albert, you explain this one as well. It, it's just a girl texting,
Yeah.
right?
So this is what did you say?
It's just Maisie William texting another guy, I guess, right?
I don't know if it's another guy or her friend, and her friend is bullying her or something. But it's a coming of age film. This is a coming of age film about someone getting bullied. It's called
Wait.
Cyberbully.
Why is this in the horror list?
Don't I
Has
don't
there
know.
has there been a mix up here?
It's a thriller. It's a thriller. It's a thriller. A coming of
Okay.
age thriller, and then out of nowhere, oh my god! I just realized this is a docudrama, and this is a straight to DVD.
What?
We have a
Wait, who
straight
found
to
this
DVD,
movie?
huh?
Who found this movie?
It's
You,
it's our friend that we it's my friend that helped us with the list, Matthew. He's
alright,
one of my
yeah.
favorite as well. Um, but it's so
He's
absurd.
a good for finding this.
It's so it's so absurd because it's like imagine you're texting a friend and then suddenly there's a the old school maze jump scare that everyone knows about, the internet maze jump scare. Imagine that appearing out of nowhere while you're texting your friend. It's so uncalled for and it's so random, and it's in that in the middle of the film. So yeah,
Yeah, it's very dumb. Like, it's kind of hard to explain the scene, I guess. Just watch it on YouTube, honestly. They're
yeah. Just
texting, and then
type down cyberbully jump scare. You'll find it.
yeah, it's the only jump scare in the movie, I think, as well, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure. But yeah, not gonna lie though, it gets it's just like a comes and go, like what shock value kind of thing. So
No, I agree.
as as the
It's
build
because
up
it's out of
and
nowhere.
it's out of nowhere, yeah, the build up and everything. There isn't really any build up or anything to that. So yeah, but because it gets me, I'll put this as D.
A D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, you want to put it higher or lower?
No, no. I think it's a fair D. I it also got me the first time. The second time is just so dumb, but yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
So that's that for Cyberbully. I mean, yeah, Mr. Blue Bolt said never heard of this. Yeah, like Albert said, it's straight to DVD.
Not surprised.
Straight to DVD. What is starring Maisie Williams, right?
Maisie Williams, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, again, straight to DVD makes sense that you never heard of it. We also never heard of this until Albert's friend bring it up.
Yeah.
We just included this because it's so out of nowhere. It's just so weird. Yeah. All right, now let's jump into the next one because we're doing a leap of faith in Midsommar. Yeah, the old peep guy scene, I guess. The grandpa scene where they just jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
I think yeah, it is pretty. If people when people say Midsommar, that's the scene people think about first. I think. No.
I would well, there are lots of scenes, but yeah, in terms of like horror, that's probably one of them. Because
Yeah, every time. Yeah,
it's very graphic.
it's very
Uh,
graphic. Yeah, the guy, the grandpa just leap off the cliff, and then like when he landed,
didn't die.
he didn't die, and he's like I guess like screaming in pain, and then everyone was also screaming in pain in unison, and then this three guys comes up with a mallet and just like Harley Quinn style his head.
Harley Quinn status. That is accurate. Accurate description.
Yeah, and there's like pops like a watermelon.
I've never seen a watermelon pop.
I mean, I mean, I've seen videos of watermelon getting hit by a baseball bat. It kind of looks like that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh, Albert, well, what's your thoughts on this?
it's a good scene. I don't think there's a jump scare in this scene.
Is there? It's more of a shock value of like, oh my god, like, and then like the gruesomeness of like the head smashing thing, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, but in terms of jump scare, once again,
yeah. In terms of jump scare, it's there's yeah. In terms of jump scare, it's not really jump scare, I guess. So I'll put it F tier for jump scare. Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
yeah. All right. So F tier for this one. But just know if we're talking about if you're not talking about jump scare, this scene is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So now let's move on to the next one here. We have another doll movie, Dead Silence. Yeah, the granny are scary. Um, what was the scene actually? Do you remember? Fully bird.
yeah, I remember this. This is this scene. That silence. Yeah, this is the scene. It's the old grandpa. He's just like in the basement or something, really dark, using his flashlight, skimming around, and he saw like a hands moving on the side of the wall. Then the hand disappeared, and he look around again, and then there is a grandma that's just slowly smiling. It's like, ew, like doing a Joker face smile, creepy, and then the grandma just sort of like kills him, like lunges at him once again. Lunging is a big factor here. So she gripped the side of the wall, and then the grip loosened up, and then she lunges at the grandpa, and the grandpa dies. So
Uh, that's true. That is true. I think going off topic for a bit. I think the lesson, like aspiring ghosts and demons out there, and maybe yeah, ghosts and demons, aspiring ones out there. You gotta know how to lunge, and you gotta know how to grip. That's the two most important thing as a demon and a ghost. So there you
lunge
go.
and grip.
Just a tip there for aspiring demons and ghosts.
Like, can you just imagine Michael Myers? We don't have Michael Myers here. There's not a good jump scare. But imagine Michael Myers, like the music, like the music, the Halloween music. Just imagine, the jump scare music,
Mhm.
and then Michael Myers just like lunges at you, like an actual lunge, like one, two, and grips a sword and grips a knife, like
Oh, I'll tell you, man. If that were the case, Michael Myers, Mike, Michael Myers, right? That's his name.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he would have never died. Like I know is he even dead now? I don't know, but
No, he's never dead.
he's
He's
never dead.
very
But
He'll be
yeah, but if
stronger.
he can launch and he can grip well, even when the universe is gone, he'll still be alive. That's how that's how
I mean, yeah. I
immortal
mean, if
he'll
they
be.
don't, if they don't skip leg day, it's like pretty strong. It's
Yeah,
tough to
very
defeat them.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Now getting back on the topic, the granny scene. I think this is really good. I think it's really scary.
I agree.
I think I think this is. I'll put this as S tier. I think
You
this is a
putting it
really
as an
scary
S?
scene. Yeah. Yeah. The I mean, it's not
That
just a
works for me.
scare. Also, the grandma face is really scary.
Grandmas in general are scary.
That is
Not
true.
my actual my grandma is pretty great, but like random grandmas in the basement of the house, like pretty scary. Like
What?
imagine if you go down. I don't. Do you have a basement?
No, I do not.
Okay, let's imagine you have a garage. Imagine you go to the garage and suddenly there is a grandma in there, and you don't know whose grandma that is.
Okay, that's creepy. If you, I mean, it doesn't have to be grandma. If I just saw a kid in my garage, a random kid in my garage, I would be scared as well.
Which one is scarier if you see a random kid or a random grandma in your garage?
Well, obviously a grandma, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Grandma's in your and the grandma smiling. It's scarier. Yeah.
Oh, dude, if I see a grandma in a random grandma in my garage smiling, like I'm out. I'm out. I'm out of there really quickly. You don't know how many lunges that grandma can do.
The grandma start doing lunges. The grandma in the garage smiling, doing lunges, and then hissing like a cat, like while doing lunges.
Oh right, yeah. Demons and ghosts out there, learn how to hiss like a cat. There you go.
Oh my god.
Ah.
We're creating the formula for the perfect jump scare here.
Yeah, yeah, right here. At the end of this video, we will summarize it. We'll summarize it. What makes a good, how to make
Yes,
a
dear.
most effective jump scare.
Yes, dear.
All
She's probably one of
right,
the
all right.
scariest. She's probably one of the scariest grandma in cinema. Probably. I haven't seen the film,
Probably.
but she's pretty scary.
You should watch it. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now next one. Paranormal Activity 3. It's just a prank, bro.
The prank, bro.
Yeah. Basically, it's like the guys were just walking around the house. They're like, "Oh, what's that sound?" And then this girl in a ghost mask, I guess, just kind of like, out of the closet, like scare the bros. Yeah, that's about it. It's really kind of like just a prank. It's not. It's okay. It did got me at least.
It's a
So I
good
think that
scare.
it's a good scare. It did got me. I'm willing to put this as a C or D. You know.
Yeah, I think they're good. I think that's good. Let's see. Um, I
Okay.
think a
Well,
C is good, or even a B is kind of good, or maybe C. I guess C.
I want to put it as a C.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All right.
It's a good
All right.
scare out of nowhere, but there is like no resonance or anything like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of like it happens, and I just kind of forget about it. Honestly. Yeah. All right. On to the next one. We have the visit, the night syndrome granny. So in this scene is when the um, the children's, I guess that time they were like just setting up the cameras around the house to see what the like because the grandma have like a night syndrome kind of thing. So they want to know what happens, and then they put the camera outside. The grandma starts walking around the house at night, and at one point she notices the camera and then looks at it and do that very unsettling scream, I guess, to the camera.
Yeah.
That's the jump scare. Yeah. So
Like it's it's when we talk about sliding into the DMs sideways like the hobo. This one is sliding upwards, because out of from away out of the screen and just like scaring. It's kind of a hiss. Not exactly a hiss. It's more like a scream.
she needs to work on it. She needs to work on it.
She does. She did have a strong grip though, because she gripped the camera and grabs it. So both points for that.
I guess gripping the camera isn't so hard.
I guess so. It depends. It depends what kind of camera, right? So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
but yeah, an actual scene, the actual scene itself, it's
That's, I
C,
I
B.
think I'll put it as C, a C or B. I think I'll put it as wait. Okay, let me see. I think I want to put this as a. You know what? I'll put this as a B. I like it. I got
Because
pretty
it's
scared by it.
dark and it's out of nowhere, and the grandma just creepy. We talk about how
I
creepy
mean,
grandmas
it's not
are.
out of
Yeah,
nowhere. We kind of know it's building up to the grandma doing something.
to a jump scare. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the whole setup and everything is pretty good. Yeah.
yeah.
So I think this is a B.
Okay, all right.
All right. On to the next one. Oh, you only have a few more left. Ooh,
We
okay.
got four more. Let's go, and then we might do some rearranging.
Yep. The last night in Soho, the Sadie Nightmare. Explain to me, Albert.
So yeah, this is when Eloise, is that her name? I believe. Am I thinking of something else?
Basically, um, Tom Mackenzie character.
Thomas and Mackenzie's, yeah, Eloise. Thomas and Mackenzie's character, she's already dreaming stuff. She already sees like Sandy, Anya Taylor Joy's character being like murdered and everything. Um, and so she saw a vision of her like bloodied in the dress when she's working on the dress in the college campus, and she just see a vision of her, and she's like in full blood, and she's like terrified, and she's scared, and everyone's like, "What's going on? You okay?" and everything. So yeah, um, that's the scene pretty much.
All right. Um, I, it's a C. I don't think it's that good of a scare. It's just okay. Yeah.
I agree. It's not that scary of a scene. It's not even that
Sure.
memorable.
It's not. I honestly forgot about this. Like,
Yeah,
uh, I guess the only part that makes it scary is is that she's bloody. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I feel like blood doesn't really get me anymore.
that's fair.
So
See,
that's like a C, maybe a D, honestly. Yeah, I'll put it a C just because I'm biased to Anya Taylor Joy.
I don't blame you.
All right. We got the last three here. First one, and then we next one here. It chapter two, the Paul. How do you say it? Bunyan? Paul
Oh,
Bunyan scene.
onion. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened in the scene again? The Paul Bunyan come to
Um,
life, wanting to chase Bill Hader's
Richie.
character, Richie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Richie. Well, Finn Wolfhard in this scene, but yeah, it's I don't know. I think there's a flashback. I remember this. This is after he left the arcade and he got bullied. He got bullied. He left the arcade and he goes to the park and he's looking at the Paul Bunyan statue. I don't know why there's a huge ass Paul Bunyan statue in the first place. And he looks at the statue and the statue disappears. And then suddenly he looks to the right and the statue is alive and trying to kill him with a
Yeah.
giant like whatever item he's using. Like
He's
it's
using
like
a
a
pitchfork.
pole, pitchfork, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, and then like the mouth opens wide and something, wanting to eat Richie or something,
yeah,
right?
something around those
Yeah.
lines. Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, what what's your thoughts on these words? Yeah. Where would you put
it's a
this?
good scare in the theater. That's like one of the scariest moment in the theater, I think, in terms of jump scare in chapter two. But like watching
Hmm.
it back, it's okay. It's very like, eh.
Oh, is that how you write Bunyan?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know either. I just follow whatever Albert type on the
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Google
it is, it
Doc.
is, it is, it is how you spell Bunyan. Yeah,
Ah, alright then. But yeah, like, yeah, the scene itself is, I'm just okay with it. I don't like. I guess that's the thing with it. Watching it in theater works better. The jump scares.
a
Like,
lot of these
yeah.
are true. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put this as a solid B. I think. I think this is a solid B. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's a bit above average.
Yeah, okay,
No?
I think that works. I think that works because you don't expect it to.
Yeah, alright, yeah. This is okay.
Okay,
It
be it
chapter
is.
two. Alright, the last movie we got, going back to the visit, but this time the hide and seek scene. Again, grandma's are scary. So, in this scene, basically I think it was the guy, right? The boy. Yeah.
It's a
No,
girl.
the
It's a
boy and the
girl.
girl. I thought
They're both
both
playing
of
hide
them.
and seek.
Yeah,
Well,
both
the
of them are
guy is
playing.
the guy is hiding, and the girl's looking for him. I think, right?
Yeah, they're playing hide and seek, and then the boy hides under like one of the house. Hides under one of the house kind of thing. You have to crawl. There's like a crawl space under the house kind of thing. That's where he's
Hmm.
hiding.
Yeah,
Finds him, and then as you're playing along, an unexpected player comes in, which is her grandma. Their grandma. Well, yeah, who is also crawling under there and was like chasing them around. So yeah, that's the scene. Um,
and
I
yeah,
think
the grandma's like, "I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you," kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah, I I think this is solid. I think this is an
I I'm putting
I
this
think
as an
this,
S. This
yeah,
this
I
scene
agree.
this scene freaked me out. I think the idea of we talk about running is scary. Anything that crawls is scarier. And the way how
Crawling is scary.
the grandma just like is galloping. She's like a horse.
That's the thing. Like when something not supposed to be on all fours like a human is crawling, that's scary. That's scarier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then doesn't help also, the place itself is pretty uh what's the word? Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic, yeah.
Yeah, right? It's small. They cannot run. They have to crawl as well. The
And
girl's holding the camera.
it's a handheld camera, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're not in a favorable position at all. The grandma obviously know how to crawl really fast, so she got an advantage there. The kids doesn't know how to do that.
Grandma's pretty athletic, yeah.
Hmm. Exactly. So
And there's multiple times that the grandma tries to do the scare. too. Like the first one,
Very
obviously, is the
nice.
scariest because it's out of
Yeah,
nowhere and just galloping so fast. And then, but it keeps happening. She keeps coming back.
yeah. So I think there's an S tier. There's an S tier.
I do too. I think there's a really
Yeah.
scary scene.
All right. I guess the visit was just very scary. I can't believe when I heard of the visit, well, when you guys mentioned the visit, the first thing I think of is the grandpa pooping in the
I
diaper
don't
thing.
even remember. Yeah, okay, I remember that, but I don't think it was that scary.
I mean, like, it's not a scary scene. It's just something memorable. All right, now on to the last one. We have Hereditary, the hat banging scene, the hat banger scene. Uh, this is when what's the actress? Toni Collette's
Tony
character.
Collette,
Yeah, her character already got possessed by Paimon, right? That's the
Paimon. Yep.
demon's name. Yeah, by
Hmm.
Paimon, and then her son was like running up to the attic to hide, and then she just kind of like crawls on the ceiling of the house and was just like banging her head to open the attic door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And what happened?
prior to that too, she was like the Alex Wolf, not Wolf. I cannot remember these Wolf brothers all the time, but let me just get it right. Hereditary. But he's basically just Alex Wolf. He's basically exploring the house, right? And then like in the background, you see the mom already like on the wall, like scaling.
Oh
And
yeah,
after that, the
Spider-Man.
mom, yeah, and then the mom after that went down and chased after him, and he went to the attic, and that's when the headbangings comes in. But the whole sequence leading up is like pretty like a tense jump scare of especially when you start
Intense.
running. It was like scary, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Um, as a jump scare though,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty solid. I think like the mom appearing on the wall like Spider-Man, that's already scary, and then the hat banging scene it makes it even more tense, and it is also pretty scary. The mom just on like on the ceiling just doing that. I think this overall, like even jump scare wise, I think this is A tier at least
I
at the
think it's at
minute.
least an A. If she if she started crawling instead of running on two legs, that would have made it an S.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
if she starts doing lunges in the ceiling,
I mean, she can have a pretty strong grip to be upside down like that.
Spider Man, yeah, it's very strong grip, yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, um, she clearly doesn't skip head day because her head's pretty strong. All the
it's more of
muscles
a
in the
neck
head,
day, I guess.
like neck day. Yeah, you know
Neck
what? Yeah, neck exercise. I need to work out my neck. I don't know. I don't know what
same.
exercise works out the neck. Um, but yeah, it's pretty strong. So you taking an A?
Yeah, I want to put this as an A. I think I like it. I like it.
Pretty solid. So yeah,
Oh
that's
damn.
it. It's an A.
This is a very long episode. 3 hours, 40 minutes ish. Still going over a little bit more. I mean, we
Yeah,
are ranking 65 scenes. Alright,
it is a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, ranking 65 scenes, and along the way, we figure out how to create the
So
best
how does it
jump scare.
go? How does it go, Calvin? Let's recap the best jump scare, the
Yeah, yeah.
techniques.
Wait, by the way, before that, do you want to rearrange anything on this? I think it's pretty solid. I don't think it needs any rearranging,
Um, let's see. Is
honestly.
there anything that we want to move up or move down?
I don't think so. I like where everything is at right now. I don't think I want to add anything to the S tier. I don't think I want to move down anything. Yeah. Do you have
Okay.
any?
I definitely nothing to the S. Maybe the It Follows guide to the S. Maybe, but otherwise, or even the wreck. The wreck is pretty scary. Um,
Which one's the wreck? Oh,
this
wreck one. Oh, yeah, yeah.
the
Nah,
kid
that's an A. I don't think that's. I don't
clap
think
clap.
that's on the same tier. Okay, clap clap.
Uh,
I wouldn't mind going up.
let's move clap
Okay.
clap up. Let's do clap
Yeah,
clap
let's
up.
move clap clap to the S tier. Yeah,
Um, but
and
otherwise,
then
I think it's good. Maybe thank you,
everything
thank
else
you.
is solid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Okay,
right,
so
there you
yeah,
go. I guess that's it. That's our final list on the screen. Albert's going to save this, and we're going to post it on our socials, I guess,
and I'll
afterwards.
also try. Well, I guess it doesn't work. I was about to say I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make a letterbox list, but then we have several movies that appears in the list, so that doesn't work really. I guess I can put
Yeah.
in the description, but it's I'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. But yeah, um,
Oh, yeah, so I
pretty
guess that's
much.
that. 65 horror slash non-horror movies jump scare scenes. Rated. Not rated. Put into
And
a tier
one
list.
and one teaser because
In
Kelvin
one teaser.
insisted.
In one teaser. Yeah.
Right here.
And yeah. And I guess yeah, just to recap, I guess spying goes. Few things you have to remember to practice grip strength. Albert, write this down. Grip strength, lunges, and if you really want to go the extra mile, crawling. There you go.
What about hissing?
Oh yeah, don't forget about that. Hissing is an effective technique as well, just
Oh.
to get a little bit of scare. Just as like a tease, like a meow.
I just realized something. You cannot do a lunge and a crawl at the same time.
I mean, you don't do it at the same time.
So you lunge first, then you crawl, or you crawl first, then you lunge.
You can do both, I guess. Either way, either way, it doesn't matter which one you go first. Which one's more
And if
effective. It's
and if
really up
and
to the
if
situation.
and if you're a grandma, then that's an added benefit for you. I mean, we
Mm-hmm,
cannot
mm-hmm.
change the fact if you're not a grandma, then you cannot change anything about that. But if you're a grandma,
Well, they can use makeup and prosthetic, I guess.
fair, yeah,
Yeah, but that you need to make up for that.
yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so yeah, that's that. Tier list and how to be an aspiring ghosts and demons and possible scary grannies. All right, I guess it's a long one. And after this, we're still going to be recording for She-Hulk episode 8 review. So stay tuned for that. We're going to put this as a separate video and with the werewolf by night,
Well, by
werewolf by
night, yes,
night.
the
Yeah,
Marvel's
we're also
presentation.
going to we are going to make a video on that as well. So yeah, stay tuned for those two separate videos. So yeah, now let's plug it out. I guess I'll plug Teguh and Ariq as well. So yeah, you can find Teguh at TG23399 on Instagram and at Tegidu on Twitter. And you can find Ariq on Instagram at Ariq Andria and Ricky Do on Letterbox. And you guys can find me on Instagram at KYAce27 and Disco Monkey on Letterboxd and YouTube. Albert?
You can find me on JA Wiradharma. That's spelled JAWIRADHARMA on Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox. Find me everywhere. Not Letterbox. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Find me everywhere. There, I post lots of stuff on my socials. And Jaw Movies on YouTube and Letterbox. Check me out as well over there for if you want to see the Letterbox post and the YouTube version of the Councilmen Show on the Jaw Movies YouTube channel.
All
And
right.
otherwise, you can follow the Councilman at Councilman Show on Twitter and Instagram and Letterbox. And you can send us an email as well at councilmanshow@gmail.com if you feel like it. And also find us find the councilman in long episode. Find the councilman on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Castbox, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find us in the councilman. And if you decide to write a review after listening to this episode, in that review, tell us if you have used all of these techniques, if you have ever used grip strength, lunges, crawling, and hissing technique in the review, and see how effective that was. We're curious to see if that's actually accurate. So, let us know.
I think learning those techniques will greatly help with your Halloween cosplay at the end of the month. To really immerse yourself. And I guess with that, the councilman has spoken. And we'll see you on the next
Ooh.
episode.